York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood SureSave Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer & Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dent's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from Peoples Bank Park in downtown York. Welcome to Game 7 of York Revolution Baseball for the 2018 season. Tonight, Game 2 of our day-night doubleheader as the Revs look to salvage the split against the Road Warriors, finish this opening homestand on a winning note, and take the series from the Road Warriors as well. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Michael Marcantonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball here, and once again, a very warm afternoon, feeling like summertime here at the stadium. And Michael, an awfully difficult loss for the Revs in Game 1, 3-2. Had a 2-0 lead with 2 outs in the 9th. A.J. Jimenez, a 3-run homer a day after his birthday, and the win was the first for the Road Warriors. It's going to go down as one of the tougher losses the Revs will have all season, but they get a chance to come back tonight and leave the ballpark this evening with a win and feeling a whole lot better about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, beauty of baseball, you get to come back a few hours later and play another ball game, and I think the Revs are feeling pretty good about themselves. They got Ross Detweiler on the mound, and the lineup well rested after a few hours off. A couple of the guys were taking naps in the training room earlier, so I think they'll be ready to go, and just another opportunity to get a W and put what happened earlier today behind them.
The Revs are 4-2 coming in. The Road Warriors 1-4. They had scored just 3 runs on their entire season in 5+ games until that swing that gave them 3 runs to win the game in the 9th inning. It was their first extra base hit of the year. But the Revs, again, looking to bounce back tonight. Chance to leave here with 2 out of 3 from this opponent after taking 3 out of 4 from Lancaster. And it will be Ross Detweiler making his second start for York. Left-hander Kelvin Villa will go for the Road Warriors here tonight. We'll take a timeout on our pregame show. A little bit more about tonight's matchup coming up, and then we'll hear from Mace shortly as well. First pitch set for 6:30 here on a warm night here in early May in York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Dale E. Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE Law.com.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Is your backyard an inspiration or more like an eyesore? Get your backyard ready for summer with Penn Dutch Structures. Our selection of Amish-crafted sheds, swing sets, gazebos, and outdoor furniture includes everything you need to play, relax, and entertain all summer long. Take advantage of big savings on our in-stock or built-to-order sheds, or enjoy free delivery and assembly on any of our vinyl swing sets. See our impressive selection of outdoor structures at the Markets at Shrewsbury, located off I-83 on the Susquehanna Trail.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime, at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply. Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Pregame continues from People's Bank Park tonight. Revs and the Road Warriors take a little closer look at our matchup on the mound tonight. 2 lefties and a little bit different career path and style for these two. Ross Detweiler making his second start for York and coming in off his first outing, 3 innings, 1 run. Friday against Lancaster, he walked 3. That was the thing that would probably upset him the most, and it was really the command of the off-speed stuff. If he has that tonight, he has a chance to really put together a fantastic outing. We saw that consistently throughout spring training. The longtime big leaguer has had a fastball 91 to 93 as a left-hand starter here through April, and we'll see him here in his first May outing here tonight. And on the other side, Kelvin Villa, who had been a familiar name in the Atlantic League in days gone by with the old Newark Bears, and we had seen him in Bridgeport and Sugar Land for a bit, and it seemed to always pop up year after year. Little left-hander, he's listed at 5'10", and pretty live fastball, could be sneaky fast, but a really good changeup is what Mace remembered from him. His first outing at Somerset, he was their opening night starter, and he was terrific. 6 innings, 1 run on just 2 hits, walked only 1. He is now 32 years of age, but an Atlantic League veteran resurfacing with the Road Warriors here tonight. That is our matchup here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. We'll hear from Mace. He'll go into further depth and detail about that matchup, and also his take, of course, on what happened in Game 1 earlier today. Stay tuned. The Broadway Transmission Managers Report is coming up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Colin Cowherd. Ben Simmons will change the league. Ben Simmons is different, folks. A 6'10" point. Long, tough. He is already an elite defender, unheard of as a rookie. He completely controls tempo. Most rookies walk into this league, and it takes them a while to catch up to the speed of the NBA. It's the opposite with him.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Pizza Box and Hoagie Shop, Yingling's Ice Cream, Penn State York, Atline Foods, Ace Distributing, Wolf's Bus Lines, Sheets, Seltzer's Lebanon Bologna, Downtown Inc., Highmark, Total Exterminating Services, East York Vet, Brickers, Brewery Products, York County Solid Waste Authority, Planet Fitness, Hatfield Quality Meats, Penn State Hershey Children's Hospital, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Health South Rehabilitation, Martin's Potato Chips, the official chip of the York Revolution, Isaac's Famous Grilled Sandwiches, proud sponsors of York Revolution Baseball.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, well, tough one in Game 1. You get a chance on the same day to put that one behind you. But what did you make of the 9th inning, their comeback? Rincone's been awesome and an out away, a strike away, but unfortunately it went the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he was throwing the ball well. We had 2 quick outs there in the 9th and nobody on. And, you know, I mean, they put some good swings on some pitches and had a couple guys on, you know, and then I just... You know, I mean, Jimenez did a good job, and you know, I think he was sitting on a fastball, and then he got one, and then he put a good swing on it too. So, I mean, those things happen. You know, I mean, I think probably the thing that you look at, there were a lot of positives out of the game for us as far as pitching. You know, I mean, other than the 9th inning, and even still Rincon threw the ball well, but. You know, Groats gave us a really good start, 5 innings with nothing, and Joey followed up right behind him. You know, Luke came in, threw the ball well. So, you know, when you put up 8 zeros, you're doing something right. I think offensively maybe we kind of let them hang around a little bit. You know, we had a chance to get some more runs in there, and we weren't able to do it. But I thought their guys all pitched well too. You know, they were sequencing their pitches really well, and you know, they were keeping us off balance for the most part. So, and I think they only walked 1 hitter. I think we only had 1 walk. I think maybe Zach Wilson walked, maybe, or something like that. But so you know, we're not getting walked much, and you know, we just got to do a little bit better job of trying to put some more runs up there.
What's your take on where the offense is at this point? Not a lot of big hit totals in these games, but you are 4-2, and while there have been some missed opportunities, you've also seemed to take pretty good advantage of the hits that you have had.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You know, Sunday's game against the Barnstormers, you know, that was a come-from-behind win for us, I believe, and with Cruz getting the base hit in there, and, you know, so, I mean, it's just early in the year right now, and, you know, what hitters you're trying to talk to them about, you know, don't put too much pressure on yourself right now. You know, you could be hitting 100, you're 2 for 20 or whatever, but, you know, I mean, it's a situation where you're going to do a lot of 2 for 20s and 3 for 25s during the course of the season too. It's just when it's at the beginning of the year, your average fluctuates a lot. You look at it and, you know, I'm hitting those 67, I'm hitting 133, whatever. But I mean, that's just a small sample of the at-bats that you'll get. So the main thing right now is just stay with a good approach, try to have good at-bats. Even if you get 1 hit, that's not going to take your average up to 300 or 400, you know. So you just got to stay the course and be patient. I mean, there's no panic. You know, I mean, we're not panicking, and hopefully the guys aren't either. You know, we're off to a good start. You know, this morning was a tough loss, but you know, over the course of the season, we talk about this all the time. There's going to be a lot of times we do that. I mean, how many times have we come from behind to win games in the past couple of years? So, I mean, that's just all part of the nature of the game, which makes it a great game. But, you know, I just think when we start taking a little bit better approaches at home plate as hitters, I think we'll get more walks and you'll see more patience. I just think right now guys want to do a little bit too much and they're kind of chasing some pitches once in a while.
I assume it'll still be a little while until you decide to use that 5th starter, but when you do, does Groats have to be on the short list based on what he did today?
Oh, I would say so. You know, I mean, we have a couple guys that we could slot in there. You know, Robbie Carson has thrown the ball really well. You know, Groats has thrown the ball well. Joey Van Meter's throwing the ball well too. So yeah, we have some options, which that's a good thing to have options. That's better than sitting here saying we have no idea who can fill that role when we have 3 or 4 guys that could easily fill that role. So those are good problems to have, and hopefully we'll continue to pitch well. And the bats, they'll come around. It's always like this at the beginning of the year.
With the lineup in Game 2 tonight facing a lefty, was it a tough decision whether it's Burgess or Silva, or were you for sure leaning one way or the other on who to sit here in Game 2?
No, it was going to be Burgess to sit tonight just because I wanted to get Casilla off the field, so Ruby has to play second base when I do that. And I wanted to get Dent back in the lineup for tonight because I gave him the morning off, so that moves Cueva back to third base and Dent to short, and Wilson will come over and play first base, and with the lefty in there, we'll get Burgess out of there tonight, and Silva will play second base for us.
Been a few years since you've seen Villa, but an Atlantic League veteran. What do you remember about the way that he used to try to work hitters when he was in this league?
Well, he used to have a really good changeup. If I remember right, I thought the changeup was probably his out pitch. He used to have pretty good velocity on his fastball too, so he was more of a two-pitch guy, fastball, changeup, and sometimes he'll start you off with a changeup and pitch a little backwards. Maybe you get a fastball in an off-speed count and vice versa, but that's what I remember, and I guess he threw a really nice game against Somerset in his first appearance for the regular season. So, we're familiar with him. I don't know how many of our players are, but we are as coaches. So we, it's going to be fastball, changeup, and just try to keep the ball in the zone when you go after it.
How about Ross? What do you think his goals are for his second start here tonight?
Well, I think command of his second pitches, I think, is probably going to be the main thing. I thought his fastball was good the first time out, but I think he's probably going to want to see a little better command of the off-speed pitches tonight, and if he can do that with that good fastball that he has, then he could give us a nice 5 innings or so also.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report, and that's a wrap on our pregame tonight. Revs are introduced as they take the field here for Game 2 of this doubleheader. They wrap up the opening homestand here tonight. Next time they'll be here is Friday of next week. We'll take one final break. Starting lineups and first pitch for Game 7 of the season. Revs and the Road Warriors coming up next.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Revs and the Road Warriors wrapping up the opening homestand of 2018 here tonight. Game 2 of this doubleheader as the Revs look to bounce back. Starting lineups brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Road Warriors, Melvin Rodriguez leads off at second. This is the same lineup as Game 1, by the way. You could just replay that clip. Osvaldo Martinez bats second and plays short. Hitting third is the DH, Geraldo Valentin. Rede Rodriguez in right field will bat cleanup. Edwin Gomez at first base is hitting fifth. Gustavo Pierre at third base bats sixth. AJ Jimenez will do the catching and bat seventh. Alfredo Silverio in left field hits eighth. And Anthony Ray in center batting ninth. Again, Rodriguez, Martinez, Valentin, Rodriguez, Gomez, Pierre, Jimenez, Silverio, and Ray for the Road Warriors. For the Revs here tonight, they will have Jared Mitchell in right field leading things off. Alexi Casilla, the DH, bats second. Hitting third at first base is Zach Wilson. Jose Tabata moves to the cleanup spot with Burgess out. Tabata is in left field. Luis Cruz will catch and move up to the 5 spot. Ruby Silva at second base is hitting sixth. Jose Cuevas at third base bats seventh. Hitting eighth at shortstop is Ryan Dent. And Travis Witherspoon is in center batting ninth. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Wilson, Tabata, Cruz, Silva, Cuevas, Dent, and Witherspoon for the Revs, with Ross Detweiler making his second start. And a no decision the first time out. 3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. Did walk 3, but struck out 4. The Revs would win that game Friday night against Lancaster 9-4. As Melvin Rodriguez digs in, our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It is right down the middle for a called strike. We are underway. 6:34, and the board says 89 degrees. I do think that thing gets heated up as Rodriguez fouls this one to the screen. It's 0-2, but it is warm.
That might be a little off. I don't know if it's 89 out there, but another great night for a ball game, and I think we're finally in that swing of things where every night's going to be a great night for a ball game. At least we hope.
Finally, here's the wind and the 0-2. Fastball misses high. That one at 94 on our board. The Revs have gone to the alternate home whites with the shoulder stripes. Road Warriors stay in their road gray. As Detweiler winds and fires. Breaking ball, dipped a little low. Melvin Rodriguez, 6 for 17. Hitting .353, left-hand hitter. He's played second base in all 3 games. The wind, the 2-2. And a fastball just off the corner away. Our play time tonight, and a banged-up leg from Game 1, Steven Zawiski. Jorge Teran at first, Silvio Martinez at third. Detweiler the wind, and the payoff pitch. Swinging a high pop foul, out of play off to the left. He did not walk a batter preseason. I have to imagine he was disappointed with 3 walks in his first start. There's the wind, another 3-2, and it just missed outside. Well, he had a couple of close ones in that battle with Rodriguez, but it's a walk to start the night. Only the 7th the Road Warriors have taken. They made a lot of outs early in counts in this series and in their first 5 games in general.
Well, Detweiler in that at-bat missing off the plate just by a hair with 2 fastballs, and it's a case where on some nights you might get that call from a home plate umpire depending on what the strike zone is, but now Detweiler, after one batter, can kind of get a feel for what the zone's going to be tonight.
Here is Martinez. He takes a fastball right through there for a strike. Martinez was jumping back, and he stood there looking a little perturbed. Good life on it, though, from Ross. Martinez 4 for 15 at the plate, hitting .267 in the early going. There's the 0-1, swinging, he chops one toward third. Cuevas charging, short hop pick. The only play is to first. He'll pump and make that throw there. Rodriguez moves up to second with 1 out, and a high bouncer slowly moving toward third. Only 1 play there.
Nice play by Cuevas there. A seamless transition back to the hot corner after playing short in Game 1, but it's a play where you're tempted to try to rush that in turn 2 on a slow chopper, but Cuevas a good job to make sure he got that short hop, a tough hop, and go to first.
A runner at second with 1 out Here is Geraldo Valentin, their DH. And first pitch to him, he swings at it, fouls it back over the roof. He is 3 for 18 to start the year. The Road Warriors in Game 1, they ended a 33-inning scoreless streak. The home run was their first extra base hit. They had scored 3 runs all year before that swing. Detweiler with the stretch, the 0-1, and a chopper left side toward the hole is Dent. He'll cut it off and he'll hold it wisely. Valentin an infield hit. Dent ranging to his right, keeps it in the infield. Rodriguez stays where he is. And there's 2 on for the other Rodriguez in their lineup. Rede coming up.
Good job by Dent to get to that ball, keeping the runner Rodriguez at second base, because then it's easily first and third if that ball gets through, and then you're dealing with a potential swipe second base situation, get 2 guys in scoring position from Road Warriors. Right now, keep the double play in order. Great job by Dent.
First pitch to Rede, that's down low. I believe it was 46 innings in which they had scored a total of 3 runs, and then the 3 in the 9th inning in Game 1. Rede 3 for 15 at the plate. Does have 1 RBI. Here's the 1-0. And he swings, grounds it, same spot. This one will get through. They will stop Melvin Rodriguez at third. Rafael Montalvo coaching at third holds up the stop sign, and the base is loaded with 1 out. That's 2 ground balls in a row where the Road Warriors have just found the right spot.
And that's what the Road Warriors have been doing throughout this series. It's only been 2 days, but now the 3rd game of the series. They've been finding the holes, and more so on the right side of the diamond between first and second, but they're peppering that hole between short and third right now.
Loaded for Edwin Gomez. Switch hitter will bat from the right. He is 4 for 18. He was 2 for 4 in Game 1. First pitch, fastball. He watches it in for a strike. Detweiler 9 years in the majors, primarily with the Nationals, the team that drafted him 6th overall in 2007. Now sets at the belt, the 0-1. Breaking ball, fists it on the ground to third. Cuevas goes to second. Silva the turn in time. 5-4-3 double play. Around the horn, and the Revs escape trouble in the top of the first, the 9th double play they've turned already. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. Nothing across. At the end of a half inning, it's the Road Warriors nothing, and the Revs coming up.
We were with you when you were struggling with the challenges of being a young athlete, before the challenges of keeping fit while working 9 to 5, and long before Pilates and Zumba were even a thing.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes outfitted you as a young athlete. When you slipped into a new sport practically every season, you learned a lot, and you grew strong. Now that you're an adult, why stop? Flying Feet has the brands and the styles that will increase your performance no matter how you choose to maintain your fitness. Just like when you were a kid, when you shop Flying Feet, you know you'll walk away with the best fit and natural comfort. Flying Feet stocks fitness shoes and all kinds of fitness gear. So, what do you do these days? Trail walking? Working out on the track, on the street, in the gym? Sign up for exercise classes like Pilates, Zumba, or need shoes for weightlifting? It doesn't matter what you're into, you can always count on Flying Feet. It's the one sportswear specialty store that's truly ageless.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports. The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. Ross Detweiler stayed with his approach, and after a couple of seeing eye hits had gone to the left of Cuevas, he got the ground ball right to Cuevas for the inning-ending double play. And the Revs will come to the plate. No score as Jared Mitchell leads things off. He led off the opener with a triple, scored on a throwing error on that play. And Calvin Villa ready, his first pitch of the night. Fastball strike over the outside corner. Mitchell 3 for 21. But of those 3 hits, a home run and a triple. The low one and misses down and away. He's near the top of the league in walks with 5, runs with 6, steals with 4. That does lead the league. Pitch is down and away, 2-1. I wonder if Villa, from years gone by coming here, remembered Cannonball Charlie as he was warming up. He'll ask for a new ball here. Tosses that one aside. 5'10", 170 lefty from Tenares, Dominican Republic. Pitch, swing, and a fly ball left field. Silverio is out there, measures it, and backpedals a couple steps and squeezes one down.
Well, you mentioned Jared Mitchell towards the top of the leaderboards in a few categories this season already, and it just shows when he's not necessarily hitting the ball well, average under 200 right now, he's finding ways to help the team win, and not a lot of guys can do that in as many categories as Mitchell can.
It's the first time that Villa has been in the Atlantic League since 2015. It's with Sugarland that year. Here's Casilla. He swings first pitch, chops it deep short. Martinez backhands, plants, and the long throw is low, skips away. Gomez attempting to pick it, and it did go into the dugout. It went into the entrance at the end, and Casilla was on first. He will be awarded second. It is an infield hit and a throwing error on the shortstop, Martinez.
Well, Casilla just continues to hit the ball well. I mean, right there, a great play by Martinez to get that in the hole to keep it to an infield single. But I mean, that ball easily gets through without as good of a defensive shortstop as Martinez there. So Casilla continues to find the holes and make things happen at the top of the lineup.
And he is now 10 for 22 to begin his season. Here is Zach Wilson. He'll try to take advantage, man in scoring position. First pitch is up high. Wilson hitting .353, 6 for 17. A home run, 4 driven in. He's also drawn 6 walks. And the 1-0, that misses outside off speed. Revs coming in are only hitting .227 as a club, but that is 5th in the league. It's a lot of teams that struggle out of the gate with average. It's the 2-0 fastball. He watches it in for a strike. No score here in the first inning. Villa's first experience in the Atlantic League was 2010 with Newark. Lefty's pitch. Swinging a well-hit ball, deep left center. It is gone! Zach Wilson is second home run of the year, and the Revs jump on top in the first inning, 2-0. He blasts a line shot to the right of the arch nemesis, and it hit the top of the building at the entrance to the playground, caromed over on top of the carousel itself. And Wilson's second long ball gives the Revs a 2-0 head start.
That ball got out in a hurry, and got to keep an eye out on the playground out there. It dinked off the top of one of the slides, I think it was. But Zach Wilson, I mean, proving early on how good he is.
And here's Tabata, who homered in Game 1. He lays off a ball inside.
I think we're going to be saying all season how big of a steal that was, being able to get him this offseason coming to York.
Well, he loves it here. Pitch is chopped to short. To his right, Martinez. He plants, guns the long throw, and got Tabata by a step. Right, 2 down in the inning. Revs with their league-leading 6th home run as a team. Zach Wilson with his second on the young season. And it was blasted. Here's Luis Cruz. You know, if it was at the arch nemesis, the height would have been in question, but he hit it just to the right, and it went a good ways back.
Right, that's probably a double off the arch nemesis if it's a little bit more left.
Cruz slams one down the line and left. That's down for a hit, and it'll settle toward the corner, and that'll allow him to get two on it. An absolute rope on a liner down the line in left field, and Silverio had to go after it. It didn't kick right to him. An easy double for Cruz, and he's 5 for 11 to start the year.
Look at Luis ripping the ball. That's another hard-hit rocket down the line. A great job to turn on that pitch, and may stack the lineup with mostly righties tonight, which he does against left-handed pitching, and vice versa when it's right-handed pitchers. But Luis Cruz being able to turn on that ball, and we've seen him go opposite field with some pop, so he's using the whole field right now.
Now a 2-0 lead. Here's Ruby Silva. Lefty up there against the lefty Villa. First pitch curve floats inside. Cruz jumping on the first pitch there, and Villa has already allowed more hits than he did in his first start. He went 6 innings, 1 run on 2 hits at Somerset. He deals, and there's a called strike outside corner. Silva 3 for 22. He's trying to get things going. Villa sets with it, and pitch. It is just off the corner away. Villa originally was in the Braves system. He first signed back in 2004, or at least made his U.S. debut in 04. Got to Double-A with Atlanta and Kansas City. He fires, fastball, and it's in for a strike, 2-2. His first go-around in this league with Newark, he struggled, 3-10 with an ERA of 7. The following year with the Road Warriors in 2011, their most recent edition, he was 5-10. Pitch is poked on the ground to short. Right there is Martinez up with it and throws to first to end the inning. But the Revs jump on top early tonight. Zach Wilson's 2-run homer, 3 hits in the inning, 1 error and 1 left. We go to the second. It's 2-0 York.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you've got a smartphone, you've got the power of the pass. Introducing the York Revolution Ballpark Pass. It's new, it's easy, and it's the hottest way to catch pro baseball in York. The new Revolution Ballpark Pass gives you the power to attend as many York Revolution home games as you want each month for just $34.79 per month. That's less than $3 a game. Sign up and you'll get electronic barcodes on your smartphone to be scanned for general admission to each game of the season. Flash your phone at the gate and pick any spot in Arch Street Eats, downtown's playground, or the Appel lawn. That's all there is to it. No need to order each game's ticket. No waiting in line. No worrying about making your payment each month. It's automatic. Get the power of the pass. Sign up for the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or call 717-801-HITS. That's the new Ballpark Pass at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
This is Jay Gauss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the second inning, it is a 2-0 Revs lead. Zach Wilson, the home run to get the offense going. Our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. The board says 89 degrees. It has been in the 80s today. I don't doubt that. Partly cloudy, but very pleasant. In fact, my app says 84 degrees, if you want to go with that. Very nice night. Feels like summer. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Gustavo Pierre leads off the inning. And he swings, bounces one, sliding pick, Cuevas at third, right to his feet, and he throws him out. In between hop to his left, but Cuevas slides and stabs it cleanly with the glove. And a one-pitch out for Detweiler to begin the second.
Well, look at Jose over there, smooth as ever. The spin there and then planting his feet to throw over to first. Nice play by Jose. And defensively, I've said this a couple different times, but the Revs are so sound defensively in the infield.
He has now started every out so far tonight, including the double play. Here's Jimenez, and he looks at a two-seamer that tails over for strike one. Jimenez, the hero for the Road Warriors in Game 1. Their first home run, first extra base hit. Here's the 0-1. Swings and grounds it to short. Dent to his right, lines it up, takes his time, sends it across a little high, but Wilson will get up. And right back down on the bag. 2 up, 2 down quickly.
Detweiler getting the ground balls on a night where the ball's flying. We saw that Wilson home run, and we saw the Tabana and Jimenez home runs in Game 1. Keep the ball on the ground, and that's what Ross is doing, living low in the zone and forcing the Road Warriors to beat it into the ground.
Yeah, that's true. And in addition to our weather, the wind is straight out at 10 miles an hour. Here is Silverio. He's the K-man, and Detweiler misses high. 5 outs for the lefty. All have been ground ball outs. Silverio 3 for 14. As Detweiler winds up. And the 1-0. Swinging a high fly, left center field. Witherspoon, a long track to this one. At the track, out of room, it's gone. He homers over the LED board in left center. A towering shot. And yes, it is going to fly tonight. That is his first of the year. And Silverio cuts the Revs lead to 2-1.
You know, we just got done talking about it, and hey, that's going to happen on a night like this. Even if you're living low in the zone like Detweiler has been getting the ground balls, if a guy puts a good swing on it and gets into the air, it's going to fly. So really not much you can do about that. You see what Detweiler can do here, bouncing back. Just need to get that third out right now.
Here's Anthony Ray, and he takes up high, fastball for ball 1. Ray 3 for 9, and it continues to start in center. Jorge Fernandez banged up last night. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. Detweiler took a little off there at 86. So a 2-1 Revs lead. Wilson's 2-run homer answered by Silverio's solo shot. And the 1-1. Swinging a pop foul out of play down the third base side. Revs are off tomorrow. Next time that we'll be with you is Friday from Lancaster for their home opener. And we'll be on at 6:40, 6:45 that night. They say first pitch is at 7. It won't be. Here's the 1-2. And that misses down low. I just hope it's before 8.
Yeah.
Should be Mitch Atkins Friday night against Albaladeo, we've been told. Now the 2-2. Swinging a foul back again. Ray could make some things happen for the Road Warriors. Certainly been impressed with the way he uses his speed. As we said, now 3 for 9 at the plate. He's hitting 9th tonight. The 2-2. Swing, he fouls another one back. In on the hands, but straight back.
Well, Ray's one of those guys, like Travis Witherspoon, he's a fast guy, a defense-first guy, so at the plate you want him in that 9 hole as a double leadoff, but you know, I think that he could end up being a 1-2 guy, just as Travis Witherspoon for the Revs could hit in the 1-2 hole, a guy that at the top of the lineup used that speed.
Now a breaking ball got him, swinging a miss. Detweiler carved him up on that curveball and has his first strikeout of the night. Silverio's home run, just a solo shot. Revs lead it 2-1 as we go to the home half of the second.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit pseccu.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Rebound tip, and Embiid gets it back and dunks it.
York's home for Sixers basketball.
Lobs to Embiid, and a right-hand jam with flair and a flurry. Sergio to Joel Embiid. Go, 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 go. Rodriguez back to Joe. Embiid for the three. He got it. He nailed the triple. Joel Embiid from outside the arc.
Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio. 1350 WOYK first in York, first in sports.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
2-1, Revs lead. Lights begin to come on. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. And Jose Cuevas will lead things off. Cuevas, Dent, and Witherspoon. Cuevas 2 for 19 to begin the year, but he'll get things going as well. First pitch of the inning is taken low from Villa. We were talking about Villa's previous Atlantic League time, struggled with Newark in 2010, and the Road Warriors in 11 he deals, and that's high. He was 8 and 20 combined his first 2 years with an ERA of about 6.5. 2012, he surfaced with Sugarland during their first year. Pitch is just above the belt, 3-0. He was 4-8, an ERA about 5.5 his first year in Bridgeport, or in Sugarland rather. Then with Bridgeport in 2013, it was pushing 6. He fires, and that's in for a strike, 3-1. But then 3 years ago with Sugarland, 2015, he had his best bit of success in the Atlantic League. He fires, and late swing, shot foul down at the end of the Revs dugout. It caroms out into right field. He was 0-2, but in 7 starts at a 3.16. But back with the Road Warriors, he's been with 4 different Atlantic League teams. Here's a ground ball yanked foul, and it stays full. Fourteenth pro season for him. Another 3-2, and he misses high and away. Cuevas draws the leadoff walk. And Villa only walked 1, struck out 5 in his first start. Had pretty good command on opening night at Somerset. Leadoff man on here.
Well, there you go again, a leadoff walk, and here's a guy, Dent, now at the plate, who's drawn 5 walks so far this season. So you got to believe he's going to be patient at the plate, especially after a walk, and see a couple pitches.
Dent 2 for 13. One of those 2 a home run. Had the first game off today. First pitch, breaking ball, hooks in for a strike. Revs a 2-1 lead, bottom second. As Dent looks down at Polo, goes through the signage routine for him. Revs are off this Monday and Thursday, next Monday and Thursday. Here's a swing and a line drive, left center, hit hard, but right there is Ray. It sliced back on him, but he reached to his side and made the grab. Ball was scorched in left center, but it goes for out number 1.
Well, he had that played well, shading a little bit towards left center, and it's another ball that Dent smashes into center field and gets caught. I still like the approach that Dent's been going with. He's hit a lot of balls hard towards the middle of the diamond, and that's going to benefit it. It's not like he's popping balls up. He's hit a lot of balls hard that haven't fallen.
A 1-on-1 out. Here's Travis Witherspoon. First pitch, he swings, skies it to right field. Rodriguez Rede hustles over toward the line, camps under it, and puts it away. Spoon out on one pitch. 2 down in the inning. We'll pause for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Along with Michael Mark Antonini, Daryl Henry with you from Peoples Bank Park. 2-1, Revs lead. Bottom second. Here's Mitchell back at the top. Fly to left his first time. Pitch from Villa, tried to check on a breaking ball away. They appeal. Silvio Martinez near second base says no swing. 1 ball, no strikes. Cuevas at first led off the inning with a walk. Still there with 2 down. Villa originally signed with the Braves all the way back in 2002. He fires, and that misses away. 2-0. Mentioned he first played in the U.S. in 2004, but signed in 2002. Now 32 years old. He's been in the Mexican League along the way, in addition to the Atlantic League. On the pitch to Mitchell, he lines one the other way, base hit to left. And he might have cracked his bat. Cuevas up to second, 2 on with 2 out.
I think he did. The way he ran to first with it, he didn't drop the bat till he was about halfway there, then just kind of flipped it. But if it is a broken bat, it died a good soldier. A nice hit the other way, and it's a good approach from Jared Mitchell. One off the end of the bat, but he's going with the pitch, so he's able to get it through that hole.
The first and second for Alexi. Casilla, an infield hit in the first inning, scored on Wilson's homer. Villa has his sign from Jimenez. First pitch, it's in the dirt, a changeup. Jimenez has caught all 3 games in this series, both games today. Villa with fastball, big 12-6 curve and a change. Throws over the top. 1-0, and a swing and a foul out of play right side. That fastball at 88. Vaguely remember a start he made a few years ago where his velocity was alarmingly low, but found out later that he was sick. He can still get it up there, high 80s, kind of sneaky fast. 1-1. And a swing and a bouncer to short. Martinez to his right. He'll settle, makes the long throw to first, and the inning's over. No runs on 1 hit, and 2 men left. We'll go to the third. It's still the Revs 2 and the Road Warriors 1.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney attorney at the right time.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third inning, it's a 2-1 Revs lead. Top of the order for the Road Warriors. Melvin Rodriguez leading off the inning. Went off the game with a walk. Had a pretty good AB. So good it wasn't even an official AB. First pitch from Detweiler here. Ripped at first. Short hop pick. Zach Wilson. He steps on the bag hardly before Rodriguez was even out of the box. Ripped it to first, but Wilson right there. And he's played a nice third base and first base here in this first week.
Yeah, great awareness by Wilson at both corner infield positions, not only today, but all season so far. And he's looked good at both. And Darryl, we were talking about earlier today, he hasn't played a much third base, and he looked good earlier today. If he can do that regularly, it's going to be a huge asset defensively along with his offense.
Now Osvaldo Martinez, who takes a strike. Martinez a ground out to third, his first time. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Change-up from Detweiler on the outer black. Among Detweiler's big league accomplishments, a gem in the playoffs in 2012 against the Cardinals. He has performed on the biggest of stages. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a dribbler foul, third base side. Road Warriors, after the game tonight, will be busing to New Britain. They will play there this weekend, the Bees home opener. It's a long trip after a doubleheader. I'm sure they'll be asleep for much of it. There's the wind, the 0-2. Swung on, slapped on the ground to second. Silva shifts to his left, gets in front, makes the throw on to first. And Ross Detweiler now has 8 outs. 7 have come on the ground, the other being a strikeout.
Well, that's how you want to do it tonight. And, of course, the one ball that got put in the air got hit out, so that's an indication of how this night's going to go for balls that you leave up in the zone or balls that get hit in the air. Well, Ross knows how to pitch. He's been around long enough, and he's pitching to his game right now, to his strengths.
Here is Geraldo Valentin. And he swings and misses. Fastball from Detweiler right after him.
Well, one of the things with Detweiler is his mechanics are so good. Everything with his motion is how you would teach it to a kid growing up playing baseball.
Here's the 0-1, and it's just off away. He's very smooth. Valentin, an infield hit in the first. Detweiler, he just makes it look easy. Here's the 1-1, and a backdoor curve called strike.
Well, that curveball had some serious break on it. Looked like it was heading towards the top corner of his zone for a ball, and then just kind of drops down on that outer half.
Ahead here, 1-2. And the pitch to him, swinging a fly ball left field. It is Tabata moving over toward left center, plenty of room, and makes the grab. First fly ball out of the night. And Detweiler has his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. We go to the bottom half of the third. Revs lead the Road Warriors 2-1.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs lead it 2-1 on to the bottom half of the third, and the man who provided the 2 runs, Zach Wilson, a first inning blast. He will lead things off. Second home run with York. And Calvin Villa ready. His first pitch of the inning is laced but foul. Wilson out in front of this one and yanks it into the left field corner.
Everything's hard hit right now off the bat of Zach Wilson, and that's what you want to see. He's getting the hits, but they're extra base hits, and a lot of them are really hard hit.
And via the windup, 0-1, and he swings, pops this one up toward the first base side, stands, and just having room was Edwin Gomez down next to our cameraman Mike Kaiser at the end of the Revs dugout, one away.
A little bit of extra room over there past the dugout as opposed to if that's over on top of the dugout, because that's a tough play if it's over the dugout to reach in and grab it, but a little bit of extra room there, and so it cost Wilson.
Now here is Jose Tabata, who grounded the shortstop his first AB. 2-1 York. First pitch from Villa, a changeup that dances in for a strike, some late movement on it. 2 runs, 4 hits for York, 1-3-1 for the Road Warriors. The 0-1. And a fastball just missed in tight. Tabata, if you weren't with us this morning, homered in Game 1. A shot over the arch nemesis and left. It's his first with York. Made it 2-0 in the 7th. The Revs would fall 3-2. It's the 1-1 and a changeup taken low. Road Warriors will next be here at the end of May for a weekend series. And Villa grips it, the 2-1, swing and a miss, change up, and the bottom fell out of that. Pretty good arm action that fooled Tabata there. Villa the 2-2. Swung on, chopped toward third. It stays fair. Backhanded by Pierre. Cranks it across and got Tabata by a step. And Pierre reaching to glove that one on the big hop along the line behind third base. 2 down in the inning.
Well, that's a long throw for Pierre there in foul territory, but he's got a strong arm. That entire left side of the infield with Pierre at third and you got Martinez at shortstop, who's fantastic. Not much is going to get by them.
Here is Luis Cruz, who doubled in the first inning. Via the pitch, it's a little low. Cruz entered play today, tied for the league lead in RBIs with 6. Had the 3-run inside the Parker last night. The 1-0, swing and a miss, change up there, and that was a beauty. And he's done this, the 6 RBIs, while basically playing every other game. Villa with the 1-1. That misses down and in. The inside the Parker last night for the Revs, that was their 4th home run. They've hit 2 more today, but 3 of the first 4 were 3-run shots, including Cruz's. 2-1. That's inside. Both inside the Parkers in Revs history have been 3-run shots. Tim Battle had the other one August of 2014. 3-1, swing and a miss. A hitter's count, and Villa goes to the changeup again.
Well, the way Cruz is swinging the bat, I like that 3-1 hack there, trying to do something with a pitch you can drive. He just didn't get one, and he gets another opportunity, 3-2 here, and Cruz is doing it while playing catcher. It is tough to hit like the way he's doing. The extra base hits because your legs take such a beating, and you need your legs in your swing.
Pitch to him, swing and a miss. 3-1 changeup, 3-2 changeup. And he had Cruz on his front foot on both. The 1-2-3 inning for Villa. That's his first 1-2-3 of the night. And it's on to the fourth. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs with the 2-1 lead.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com. Brimmer Fast Licensing and Notary Service with 4 convenient locations in York and Lancaster.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Top of the fourth inning from People's Bank Park in downtown York. 2-1 Revs as we start things in the fourth. Ross Detweiler back out for another inning of work. He's looked really good through 3 pretty quick innings. Walked the leadoff man of the game in the first. Eventually had the bases loaded with 1 down in the first, but got out of it with a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. In the second, he got 2 quick ground ball outs, then gave up a solo home run to left center field and before striking out Anthony Ray to end the inning. And in the third, a 1-2-3 frame. Now here in the fourth, he'll face Ride Rodriguez, Edwin Gomez, and Gustavo Pierre, 4-5-6. There's a strike across the outer half of the plate, 0-1 with the fastball. So Rodriguez, Gomez, Pierre. Ride in right field again today. Now the 0-1 from Detweiler. Out of the windup, foul ball, 0-2. Well, Ride Rodriguez, we mentioned in Game 1 that last night he was part of the collision with center fielder Jorge Fernandez. They both left the game after the collision on Luis Cruz's inside the park 3-run homer. Rodriguez has played in both games today. Fernandez has not seen any action though. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, fastball up in the zone. Detweiler ramps up the hard stuff. 1 quick out here in the fourth. Ross Detweiler picks up another punch out. That's his second strikeout of the ball game. That brings up the switch hitting Edwin Gomez. Gomez turned around to the right side with the left-hander Detweiler on the mound. First pitch to him, fastball, then this one is launched out to left center, and it is not coming back. A solo home run off the bat of Edwin Gomez. He picked on a fastball up in the zone first pitch and sent it into the playground in left center. 2-2 ball game. Second home run allowed in the game by Detweiler. Fourth home run allowed by Revs pitching this season, AJ Jimenez hit one in Game 1, a 3-run shot over the monster and left. And in the second inning today, Alfredo Silverio hit a solo shot. Now Edwin Gomez adds a solo shot, and the game's tied at 2. Top of the fourth inning from People's Bank Park. Happy to be with you on the broadcast. the nightcap of a day-night doubleheader. Here's Gustavo Pierre. Chopper to second base. Waiting back on it is Silva, over to first in time. And Detweiler comes back after the home run and gets the next out. 2 down in the 4th. That's Gomez's first home run of the season, and all of a sudden the Road Warriors look like a power-hitting team. No extra base hits until that home run that Jimenez, who's up now, hit in the 9th inning in Game 1. And now they have 3 home runs on the season, 3 extra base hits. So after the ground out, here's Jimenez, the 7-hitter, back behind the plate tonight. Takes a strike, 0-1. He caught the day game today and did a pretty good job defensively. Road Warriors won Game 1 3-2. Here's the 0-1 to Jimenez. Detweiler get to change up over on the outer half. It's 0-2. Detweiler pumping the strikes. He's realistically only made 2 pitches that he would want back. Not necessarily bad pitches, but definitely 2 that he'd want back. The 0-2 2-out pitch. Chop foul. Another pitch down in the zone. Jimenez went down and got it. Couldn't straighten it out. Count remains 0-2. 2-2 ball game in the top of the 4th. Road Warriors have 1 in the inning on Edwin Gomez's solo home run. No one on. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high and outside. It's 1-2. Detweiler has lived on the ground today. 8 ground ball outs in the game. However, 2 home runs is what has tied this game. Swing and a miss there as Detweiler gets out of the inning. Jimenez goes down on strikes. But the damage is done. The Road Warriors tie the game on Edwin Gomez's solo home run, their 2nd home run of the game as a team. We go to the bottom of the 4th. This thing's all knotted up at 2. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs and Road Warriors tied at 2, bottom of the 4th inning. Michael Marcantonini alongside Darryl Henry with you on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Ruby Silva, Jose Cuevas, Ryan Dent, 6, 7, 8 for the Revs in the bottom of the 4th against Kelvin Villa, who's worked a solid 3 innings so far. Gave up 2 first-inning runs on Zach Wilson's 2-run homer, but that's it. Silva first pitch, sends it out to short. Martinez gobbles it up over to first in time. Off the end of the bat for Ruby, so not hard contact. And Martinez, an easy play for him. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch in the 4th. Well, the Revs led this thing 2-0 after 1. The Road Warriors got one back on a solo home run to center field, just to the left of center field. The left of dead center field on Alfredo Silverio's homer. And then another solo homer off the bat of Edwin Gomez to left center in the 4th, a no doubt about it shot. This thing's pulled back to even at 2. Here's Cuevas, shows bunt and pulls back, taking a ball outside, 1-0. Cuevas offered at it, which pulled the third baseman Gustavo Pierre in a couple steps. And now he'll play about a step behind the bag. The 1-0 is down 2-0. Cuevas at third base in the nightcap. He played shortstop in game 1. Ryan Dent back at shortstop tonight for the Revs. Cuevas has looked good so far. Started a 5-4-3 double play in the first. Now he laces this one, but foul down the left field line. Well foul onto the concourse. If you're just joining us, the home runs have been the story so far. 3 homers in the game. They've accounted for all 4 runs combined. 2-2 the score. The 2-1 to Cuevas. He gets this one in the air, left center field, but shallow. Coming on is Silverio. He makes the catch for out number 2. So Kelvin Villa has settled down quite nicely since the first. Looking for his 3rd straight scoreless inning. He's got the first 2 outs. Now Ryan Dent will get a shot with 2 down and none on. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 4th. Dent, his first day off of the season during the day game today. I should say his first game off because it's not a day off since he's playing tonight. Takes a curveball outside for a ball. So much deserved rest though for Ryan. The 1-0. Low and in, 2-0. Revs and Road Warriors tied at 2. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Been a great day for baseball at the park as Dent swings and fouls one back. 84 degrees at first pitch earlier in this morning, the 11 a.m. start time, and in the 80s still the 6:34 start time in game 2. 2-1 count on Ryan Dent. Here's the pitch from the southpaw Villa. That one tails outside for a ball, 3-1. So a nice hitter's count for Dent with 2 down in the inning, trying to start something up and get on base. Revs would love to turn the lineup over and get to the 9-hole in the inning. The 3-1. Line drive, base hit into center field. Ryan Dent, another scorcher to the middle of the diamond. This one drops and he has himself a knock. He's 1 for 2 after lining out his first time up. So the Revs will turn the lineup over unless for some reason Dent got picked off or caught stealing. Travis Witherspoon comes to the dish. He's 0 for 1. Spoon's cooled off just a bit over the last couple games, if you can say that this early in the season. The reason I say cooled off is because he had 6 hits through his first three games, that is. First pitch to him is ball outside, 1-0. Well, Spoon comes into the ball game hitting .350 through 6 contests, 7 hits in 20 at-bats. Second most hits by a Rev this season. Only Alexi Casilla has more with 10. Now Spoon takes a ball that I guess missed high, a fastball that looked like it crossed the plate, but nonetheless a ball called by the home plate umpire Steven Zawiski. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Ryan Dent leads off first base in a tie game. Villa comes set out of the stretch, kicks in the pitch. Chopper to third, but a foul ball as Pierre gloved it, but he was in foul territory when he picked it up. So Spoon will readjust the batting gloves, get his bat back, and head back to the box. Dent retreats to first after the foul ball. 2-1 count now on Witherspoon. Travis has started every game in center field for the Revs so far this season. All 7 including tonight. Pitch to him. Fastball, strike on the outer half, 2-2. Witherspoon climbing the ranks in career starts in center field, now over 200. Came into the day with 201 career starts in center, make it 203 now. The 2-2 Dent goes. From his knees, the throw down to second base, not in time. Jimenez, a strong throw. And Dent picks up stolen base number 1 in the game for the Revs. And he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Jimenez, a little bit surprised that he threw that from his knees. Looked like he had more time. Still got it there with plenty on it. But Dent, a great slide to go to the back corner of the bag, grabbing it with his hand as he slid in hands first, head first. And he has a bag. Now Witherspoon, 3-2 count, swing and a miss, and the inning's over. So the stolen base is all for nothing. Well, it's not all for nothing, but it doesn't factor in the end of the inning. So we've played 4 from Peoples Bank Park, 2-2 score between the Revs and Road Warriors. We're headed to the top of the 5th next. Don't go anywhere. You're listening on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs and Road Warriors knotted at 2, top of the 5th inning. Ross Detweiler has worked into the 5th. It's the 4th straight Revs starter to work into inning number 5, and we're going to see that more as the season progresses over these first couple weeks. Alfredo Silverio, Anthony Ray, and Melvin Rodriguez, 8-9-1 for the Road Warriors. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. Good changeup low in the zone from Detweiler. Evens the count at 1. Revs got 2 in the first. The Road Warriors added 1 in the second, 1 in the 4th, both on solo homers. We're tied at 2 here in the 5th. A curveball spoiled out of play, so we'll do the 0-2 again. The Revs' 2 runs came on Zach Wilson's 2-run home run off the playground in left center field, just to the right of the arch nemesis in left. It's Wilson's 2nd home run of the season. Now the 0-2 again to Silverio. Swing and a miss. Fastball up in the zone. Detweiler dials it up again. He adds another strikeout to his tally. He's got 4 on the night. Detweiler has cruised through tonight. Aside from allowing the 2 solo home runs, and again, that's just 2 pitches that got hit well, he's been dominant. He's allowed just 4 hits on the night. And now Anthony Ray. Ray showed bunt and ran out of the box. Pulled back but took a strike. It's 0-1. Ray will use that speed to his advantage. We saw him beat out a bunt hit earlier in this series. Now Cuevas moves up at 3rd. Ray fouls one back out of play. It's 0-2. Cuevas at 3rd base is a couple steps in front of the bag off the line. Now he backs up a couple. Everybody else back in the infield for the Revs. Detweiler readies his 0-2, takes his sign from his catcher Cruz, and the pitch. Fastball outside, it tips off Cruz's glove. No harm there with no runners on base. Count goes to 1-2. It's the Revs 2 and the Road Warriors 2 in the finale of this 3-game series. We're in the top of inning number 5. Here's Detweiler's 1-2. Curveball freezes Ray. Back-to-back strikeouts for the southpaw, and he's got it going on here in the 5th. First strikeout looking of the night for Detweiler, and you could see the break on that one out of his hand, that it was going to drop in the zone. Nice hold by Cruz, and Ray just couldn't do anything with it. It was frozen. 3 straight outs have been recorded by Detweiler via the strikeout. Back to the top of the order for Melvin Rodriguez. Strike on the outer half of the plate, 0-1. So Detweiler continues to pound the zone. Strikeouts and ground balls he's lived by tonight. The 0-1 to Rodriguez. It's another swing and a miss. And the swing and miss stuff has been there. Detweiler gets a new baseball. That one must have been scuffed up a little bit. No balls and 2 strikes. Detweiler looking for his second 1-2-3 inning of the night. Here's the 0-2 from Ross, missing outside. Went with the fastball there, but a little bit too far off the plate. Detweiler has walked 1 batter tonight. It was the leadoff man, Rodriguez, in the first. That's been it. The command has been there ever since. The 1-2 pitch, low in the dirt. A nice stop by Cruz, but Detweiler couldn't get Rodriguez to bite. They'll appeal down to third base. No swing, says Silvio Martinez. It's worth a shot. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2's all over the scoreboard. It's a 2-2 game here in the 5th. The Revs are looking to get through this one, and Detweiler looking to get through his 5th inning of work. Mace talked in the pregame, said he wanted to get Detweiler through 5. The 2-2. Another curveball right down the heart of the plate. Detweiler strikes out the side. Swinging, looking, and looking again, and Ross Detweiler's through 5 solid innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 ball game between the Revs and Road Warriors in the rubber match of the series. Stick with us on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Word Search, with top prizes of 20 grand.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Colin Cowherd.
Ben Simmons will change the league. Ben Simmons is different, folks. A 6'10" point. Long, tough. He is already an elite defender, unheard of as a rookie. He completely controls tempo. Most rookies walk into this league, and it takes them a while to catch up to the speed of the NBA. It's the opposite with him.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Jared Mitchell leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Revs. Back to the top of the order, Mitchell, Casilla, Wilson in a 2-2 ball game between the Revs and the Road Warriors. First pitch from Kelvin Villa, swing and a miss on a changeup from Mitchell. Changeup from Villa, the swing from Mitchell. And it's 0-1. Kelvin Villa has been great since the first inning, allowing the single to Casilla, then the home run to Wilson. We're knotted at 2 in the bottom of the 5th. The Revs looking to retake the lead as Mitchell fouls one out of play. 0-2. The Revs were winning 2-0 after the first. Road Warriors got one back in the second on a solo homer off the bat of Silverio. Then Gomez hit a solo shot to left center in the 4th to tie it. We're knotted at 2. The 0-2 to Mitchell, outside corner but a ball. So he went with the fastball there. Mitchell, a good eye there on the outer half. Well, Jared came into the doubleheader today with 5 walks. He's been very patient this year as he lays off another pitch on the outer half. A lot of guys would have offered at that one, but Mitchell, knowing the zone, knowing that's off the plate tonight, he takes. Count even at 2, no outs in the inning. Here's the pitch from Villa. That one off the plate again. Appeal down to third. No swing, says Silvio Martinez. And Mitchell staying alive. He works the count from 0-2 to full. Great job by Jared there. Taking 3 balls off the plate. Not tempted to swing. Now it's full. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch from Villa. Breaking ball on the outside corner. This time Mitchell didn't pull the trigger and it cost him. Good pitch there from Villa on the outer half. And Mitchell's a strikeout victim and out number 1 here in the 5th.
Yeah, Mitchell might have gotten caught there trying to think along with Villa and guess on what was coming next on 3-2. Typically, obviously a fastball count, but Villa, I think his best pitch is his changeup. He didn't throw one to the left-hand hitter there. It's pretty much been only to righties.
Well, Mace talked about that in the pregame. He remembers the changeup from years past as Casilla takes low and in. But Mace has been around this game so long, I'm not surprised at all that he remembers guys from years ago. Casilla takes a strike, 1-1. So Mitchell struck out looking. Here's Alexi Casilla, who's DHing for the first time this season. Get him off his feet a little bit. The 1-1. On the outside corner, a good-looking curveball from Villa. He's been able to snap that on the outside corner to righties and also sweep it across the zone on the outside corner to lefties. The 1-2. Fastball low. Nice stop in the dirt by Jimenez. Count even at 2. 1 down in the inning. It's the Revs 2 and the Road Warriors 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Zach Wilson's 2-run home run, the only support right now for Rev starter Ross Detweiler. Now Villa wants a new ball. He'll throw this one into his catcher and get a new pearl. Well, Mace talked before game 2 and said that the Revs didn't add to their lead. They let the Road Warriors hang around in game 1. Casilla lifts one in the air left field. Playable though. Medium depth for Silverio. And that's out number 2. And Mace said they let the Road Warriors hang around and didn't extend. The Revs didn't extend their lead, and so far tonight they didn't extend their lead. Now the game's tie. We're in the middle innings where the Revs have hit a little bit of a rough patch so far this season. They've done most of their scoring in the first 3 or 4 innings. Recently, in the last couple days, they've been able to tack 1 or 2 on in the late innings here and there, but the middle innings have been a problem for the Revs, and that goes with the early season issues, early season growing pains. Marathon, not a sprint, as Wilson takes low and inside, 1-0. So Casilla flies out to left. He's now 1 for 3, and here's Wilson. Pitch to him, fastball on the outer half, 1-1 the count. 2-2 the score between the Road Warriors and the Revs, the rubber match of this 3-game series. Bottom of the 5th inning. The next pitch to Wilson. Towering shot to left field. Going back on it is Silverio. Still going back. And that one is over the wall. Zach Wilson, 2 home runs on the night. A towering shot that took forever to come down. And that ball is not coming back. A 2-out solo home run off the bat of Revs first baseman Zach Wilson. And he unties it with 1 swing. Now 3-2 Revs. Zach Wilson has driven in all 3. A multi-home run game for Zach, his 3rd homer of the season. And boy, does he continue to swing the bat well, Darryl.
Yeah, I think he'll do okay here. I think he likes it here. Boy, that was a majestic, towering shot. Took advantage of that arch nemesis. It just kept going.
Now Jose Tabata takes a ball outside. 3-2 lead for the Revs thanks to Zach Wilson's solo home run, a 2-out blast. And that's huge. Tabata takes low again, 2-0. Being able to score with 2 runs, create runs with no one on base is huge, and Wilson did both there. His 2nd homer of the night, first multi-homer game by a Rev this season. And again, Tabata takes low and outside. It's 3-0 on him.
I sense that Wilson is one of the first guys to feel good about their timing at the plate this season.
Absolutely. His timing is down pat. The 3-0. Low and inside, but called a strike by the home plate umpire, Steven Zawiski. Tabata stepped toward first base, thinking it was ball 4, but it was not. Now on 3-1, he'll get another. This one's a fastball. Looper into right field, but Ride Rodriguez has him played well in right center. and the inning is over. The Revs retake the lead, though, on Zach Wilson's towering solo home run to left field over the arch nemesis. It's 3-2 Revs after 5. We head to the top of the 6th now on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland offers a variety of lesson plans for every budget. Owner Carmen Fusco has 38 years of Major League Baseball experience, and our staff is made up entirely of professional instructors, including Carmen Fusco, Sam Knott, TJ Cronenberger, and Lisa Baker. We offer one-on-one private instruction, camps and clinics, and year-round travel ball programs focused on developing the player. We differ from other facilities because we offer professional instruction with Major League Baseball techniques. We also provide free college placement for our athletes. Conveniently located off I-83 between Harrisburg and York, check out Carmen Fusco Pro Baseball and Softball Academy in New Cumberland, and go online to FuscoProBaseball.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Two Revs as we start playing the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, Ross Detweiler out for inning number 6. He has the lead now thanks to Zach Wilson's solo home run in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. A towering blast over the arch nemesis in left, his 2nd homer of the night. He's driven in all 3. He now has 3 homers on the season. Osvaldo Martinez leads off and swings at the first pitch for the Road Warriors, sending that one out of play. Detweiler again getting ahead in the count, working quickly on the mound tonight. He's been really solid through 5 innings. He's allowed just 4 hits. 2 of those hits are solo home runs, though. One of those home runs from Alfredo Silveira, the other from Edwin Gomez. Here's the 0-1 to Osvaldo Martinez. He takes a strike, showed bunt but pulled back. That brought Cuevas and Wilson each in a step or 2. Now an 0-2 count on Osvaldo, who calls for time now as a ball from the Road Warriors bullpen comes onto the field.
There's a borderline panic down there to get time called.
Yeah, he, and I was wondering why he called time so frantically there, but I guess Detweiler was about to get set. Chris Tribett warming in the bullpen for the Road Warriors. Detweiler readies the 0-2, here it is. Just staying alive as Martinez, I think he fouled that one off his foot as he hopped around out of the box. Now he'll walk behind home plate and try to walk it off. 3-2 Revs, top of the 6th. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Revs, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Road Warriors. Story so far is, well, 1 is Ross Detweiler's command, 2 is Zach Wilson's 2-home run game. Now Martinez ready for the 0-2 again. Slow chopper out to second, waiting back on it is Silva. Double pump in the glove, he throws over to Wilson for out number 1. So Detweiler retires the leadoff man for the 5th straight inning. The only inning he didn't do it in was the 1st.
And that is the big difference for him tonight, is his command of the secondary stuff. So now these Road Warrior hitters have to, respect every pitch, and he's gotten a handful of outs, strikeouts with the off-speed also.
Here's Geraldo Valentin. He takes a curveball in for a strike, and you just mentioned it, Darryl, and you talked about it with Mace pregame. That was one of the things he stressed for Detweiler's command of the off-speed pitches, and his curveball has been pinpoint accurate tonight. The 0-1. Now they're swing and a miss on the curve, and he had 2 strikeouts with the curveball in the 5th. Both of them were looking. And the way this at-bat's going, it looks like he's on his way towards another punch-out. Here's the 0-2. Just missing inside. I mean, to be honest, I don't even know if it missed inside, but the call was a ball. It's 1-2. 6 strikeouts for Detweiler in the game. 3 of them came in the 5th. The lanky lefty delivers the 1-2 in the dirt. A great stop by Cruz. They'll appeal down to first base, and first base umpire Jorge Terran says that the batter Geraldo Valentin went around. Strikeout number 7 for Detweiler. That's out number 2 in the 6th.
Another one on the hook. That one in the dirt. Looked like it was coming in at the knees. Valentin couldn't stop. And he's throwing that curve to get ahead and also to get strikeouts.
Detweiler looking to get through 6. Zach Treese warming for the Revs in the pen. Here's the first pitch to Rede Rodriguez, low and in. Rodriguez lunged out of the way of that one. 3-2 lead for the Revs, top of the 6th. Detweiler looking to become the first Revs starter to get through 6 innings this season. Here's the 1-0. Inside again as Rodriguez lifted his arms up to get that one out of the way of clipping his jersey. 2-0. 2 outs in the inning. Detweiler has struck out 5 of the last 6 batters that he's faced. The 2-0. Chopper to short. Dent has it. He'll throw across the diamond. Low throw picked by Wilson, though. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for the lefty Ross Detweiler. He's through 6. We'll see if he gets another after this. But right now, he has the lead as he exits the field. It's 3-2 Revs after 5.5. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th next on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 6th inning from downtown York. People's Bank Park, a great night for a ball game. Nightcap of a doubleheader. Revs lead the rubber match of this series 3-2 as Luis Cruz is set to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Revs. It's Cruz, Silva, Cuevas, 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Ross Detweiler threw 6 innings of really solid baseball tonight. Allowed just 4 hits, 2 of them solo homers, but a really solid night for Ross. If he's done after 6, he leaves in line for the win as Cruz steps in the box. He'll face Chris Tribett, the new pitcher for the Road Warriors. He gets a strike over 0-1. Tribett rocking the high socks. He bends at the waist while he takes his signs. Then comes a little bit sidearm. Bends at his motion, too. The 0-1, he gets a frisbee curveball over. It slides over the heart of the plate. It's 0-2. Cruz doubled in the first down the left field line, then struck out swinging in the third. Here's the 0-2 from Tribett. Another curveball. That one misses high and outside, 1-2. 3-2 Revs, bottom 6. Zach Wilson, the story offensively for the Revs. A 2-run homer in the first to left. And another one to left in the 5th over the arch nemesis. Curveball inside corner freezes Cruz, and Tribett has the first out of the inning via the strikeout. And Cruz now 1 for 3 on the night. Brings up Ruby Silva, who's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to short.
Well, Tribett doesn't throw hard from that sidearm angle, but it's a tough angle to pick up spin as much as anything. Even if you pick up the ball, you may not pick up that curveball spin, and Cruz wasn't able to react in time.
Here's Silva. First pitch swing, and he sends one into right field through the hole between first and second, a base knock. Ruby's got his first hit of the night. Last 2 times up, Ruby swung at the first pitch, so he's staying aggressive with his approach. That's what he does at the plate. That brings up Jose Cuevas, who's slumping a little bit to start the year. And now he has a man on first and 1 out to work with. Revs lead 3-2, bottom 6. Zach Wilson's 2-run shot in the first was to left center off the playground. And a towering solo home run in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs over the arch nemesis. Give him 3 on the year. Cuevas breaks his bat and swings, but sends one in the hole to short. Martinez off-balance throw to first. It's offline. An infield single for Cuevas, and he comes up lame. Cuevas is down with his head in his hands as Sandy Leone, the first base coach, and athletic trainer Chong Choi go over to check on him. Over in foul territory past first base. Now Mark Mason a slow trot. Jose Cuevas pulled up lame after reaching first. He somewhat collided with the first baseman Gomez for the Road Warriors, and you just hope that Jose's all right. This Revs team already dealing with injuries. Melky Mesa's on the inactive list with a hamstring injury, and Darryl, from the looks of it, that looked like a hamstring thing right there. Either that or he maybe rolled an ankle.
Yeah, that was the ankle was my first thought, and I'm just thinking that, you know, maybe this is all he needs to get going, a simple little infield hit, and Martinez trying to make a great play, pulled his first baseman up the line and kind of in the base path, and Cuevas going hard all the way to make sure that he legged it out. All of a sudden, he's got a roadblock in front of him trying to avoid that, and I thought maybe an ankle is... Looks like they're seeing if he can put weight on it and try to stay in this game.
The Revs have 3 reserves tonight to use. Chris Rivera, who's a catcher and an infielder. Tyler Clark, a catcher, and Michael Burgess, a first baseman. And right now it looks like Cuevas is going to stay in the game. So that's great news considering the Revs have a thin bench right now and you never want to see anybody get hurt. So an infield single for Cuevas. That pushes Silva up to second base. Cuevas broke his bat on the play, hit the ball on the hole at short. Osvaldo Martinez made an excellent backhand play just to get to it, threw off balance across his body in one motion, but Cuevas beat the play and the throw was offline. Back-to-back singles for the Revs. Here's Ryan Dent with 1 out. Revs lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. They're looking for more, and Mark Mason would love to see his club extend their lead right now. That's been an issue for them. Here's the pitch from the righty Tribett. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. And Tribett, since coming in, has really only thrown strikes. He's allowed 2 hits, but has lived in the zone. 1 down in the inning. Runners at first and second for the Revs. 3-2 lead, a chance to extend it. The 0-1 to Ryan Dent. Curveball catches the outside corner too. And once again, going to that outside corner, the curveball's been his pitch. He got a strikeout of Cruz on the curveball. That was on the inside corner, though. And now Dent, who's singled and stolen a bag tonight. He's 1 for 2. Silva dances off second, the 0-2 pitch. Chopper to third. They'll go to second for the middle out, over to first in time. A 5-4-3 around the horn double play. Pierre to Rodriguez, over to Gomez, and the Revs' threat ends there. We've played 6 full at Peoples Bank Park. Revs lead the Road Warriors 3-2 in the rubber match of the series. We go to this top of the 7th next. Darryl Henry taking back over play-by-play on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Brothers has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchase. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th inning. What a job by Ross Detweiler tonight. He will give way to Zach Treese. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 3-2 York. Chris Rivera will come in to play third base. Cuevas does leave. He stayed in to run at the conclusion of that 6th inning. Was erased on the double play. He will walk off to the clubhouse and right carrying his gear and walking slowly but under full power. And I would imagine if he turned that ankle, get some ice on it, and give him the best opportunity to maybe even be ready, hopefully on Friday. We'll see how that develops. But Treese will take over here, 3-2. Edwin Gomez will bat left-handed this time. The switch hitter takes a strike to begin the inning. 1 for 2. He homered to left center in the 4th, tied it at the time. Zach Wilson had something to say about that an inning later. Pitch is down and in. Detweiler goes 6, giving up 2 runs on 2 solo home runs, only 4 hits total. 1 walk. It was the first hitter of the game. 7 strikeouts. Pitch, it missed away. He retired the final 8 that he faced. 5 of the final 7 on strikeouts, including 4 in a row at one point. Now Treese from the stretch, the 2-1. Breaking ball sweeps inside. Detweiler, 72 pitches, 53 strikes, only 19 balls, and only 15 after the first hitter of the game. And Treese with the 3-1. Tried to check. It's a called strike anyway. And Detweiler, roughly the same pitch count through 6 innings tonight as he had through 3 innings in his first start, so he was fun to watch. Treese now his 2nd outing of the young season. The payoff pitch, backdoor hook, just missed. That was close. It's a leadoff walk to begin the inning. He's got such command of that breaking ball. He threw it on 3-2 there, and it was close.
It's a gutsy pitch, 3-2, but Treese trusted, and like you mentioned, a great pitch that's worked for years for Zach, and just one of those cases where he just doesn't get the call, maybe just misses, but an opportunity now to maybe get a ground ball double play. The Revs have been so good at turning them this year, and Detweiler lived on the ground. We'll see if Treese can too.
First pitch curve is low on Gustavo Pierre. I know Treese was disappointed with his first outing, but it was a miserable spot to be in. He came in with the bases loaded, no outs, on a 50-degree night with rain. It was a sloppy game already. Saturday night. Pitch here is looped to shallow center. Witherspoon read it, now hustles in. It's going to land in front, though, and it might have anyway, even if he broke immediately. Little hesitation to figure out where it was going to be. It's a bloop hit, first and second, no outs, and it's a tough time of night to read the depth on a ball like that. Again, it might have dropped regardless, but a bloop hit, and the Road Warriors have a threat.
And this is what the Road Warriors did in the bottom of the ninth earlier today. Scratched across a couple base runners. Now this inning, a walk and a hit, different than two singles in the ninth, but that's my point is they're getting base runners and they're moving them over today.
And A.J. Jimenez shows bunt as a curveball hooks outside. Jimenez, the hero in game one, and here he is. Fletch now will take time and spend a visit. And perhaps they are asking Jimenez to bunt unless that was just a first pitch show.
I'm surprised that if they'd actually ask him to bunt, the way he's swinging the bat, a single last night, the home run today, he's been one of their more productive bats, but then you do have Alfredo Silverio on deck who's homered today, so you might want a guy who's had success tonight up with two men in scoring position.
Revs will get, I believe, Nick Baker up in the bullpen.
Well, you're right about Treese in his last outing. Wasn't put in a great position having to come in the middle of an inning. He's the only Revs reliever that has had to come in the middle of an inning and not start his outing fresh this season. So that wasn't ideal, and the bases were loaded on a cold and rainy night. So all those factors, tough.
Now they do square, and it's bunted foul off to the third base side of home plate. I'm sure Treese was chomping at the bit for the next outing. It had been almost a week since he had been in, when you go back to spring training and all of that. Jimenez tonight, ground out, strikeout. First and second, no outs in the seventh. Revs up 3-2. Corners both pinched in. Pitch to him. He swings, lines it. It is fair, just inside the left field line, into the corner. Gomez around to tie it. And running through the stop sign, Dent was off balance though, and he airmails it home. Pierre scores as well, and Jimenez goes to third. 4-3, the Road Warriors lead, and A.J. Jimenez does it again. He was bunting earlier in the at-bat. He blisters this one down the line, and Dent trying to make the relay. Looked like he got his cleats caught in the grass. He almost rolled an ankle. He was starting to fall as he let that throw go. Had it been on the money, Pierre would have been dead to rights at home plate. He ran right through the stop sign of Montalvo and got away with it.
Well, and often when you run through a stop sign, the defense is as surprised as the third base coach, and Dent obviously didn't expect the runner to be going there, and
a swing and a miss from Silverio. The infield is in here.
And then he's caught off guard and gets his spikes caught, as you mentioned. Tried to make that off-balance throw. If he had recognized right away, then maybe he's able to set his feet. But that's why I was surprised A.J. Jimenez was bunting.
Yeah. Here's a foul out over the first base side and out of play.
He's got hits in all three games this series. He's the first, I believe the first Road Warrior now with multiple extra base hits this year.
He sure is. And he has been a huge thorn for York. The 0-2, swinging a looper foul back upstairs.
And with Jimenez, we're talking about a guy who was at the Major League level just last season. Broke in with the Rangers, made his MLB debut last season. So he's not far removed from playing at the highest level of baseball.
Another 0-2. Fastball down and away. The inning started with a leadoff walk from Treese. He just missed on a 3-2 hook. And then the bloop hit. A near miss and a bloop, and that's what set the stage. Here's the 1-2. Curveball foul to the netting. Runner at third with no outs. Obviously, there's a better chance than not that they make it 5-3. Revs will be trying to come back in the late innings, down 4-3 at the moment. They'll try to keep him where he is. All four infielders are in. Silverio homered earlier tonight, 1 for 2. The pitch, breaking ball, looped foul again upstairs. And that'll stay up top in the White Rose Hall.
Treese has lived away with that slider in this AB. With the infield in, might be a good opportunity to try to go in on the hands with a fastball, get him either a jam shot pop-up or a weak ground ball that keeps the runner Jimenez at third.
Pitch. Swing and a line drive to the gap in left center field. It's down for a hit, splitting the gap. In to score is Jimenez. Silverio into second base. He's there standing. It's an RBI double, and it's 5-3. The Road Warriors have put up 3 runs here in the top of the 7th. And here comes Mace. He will motion for Nick Baker. Back-to-back doubles. Silverio has homered and doubled here tonight now. And the Revs will be looking to come from behind as the Road Warriors have rallied again. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Runner at second, still no outs. And it looks to be Baker, who we mentioned earlier, who is coming in. We'll tell you about Nick when we come back.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESRS and TIA-CREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
I was wrong. First time for everything.
First time you've been wrong.
Saw Nick Baker go to the bullpen mound, it looked like, but it's Frank DiGiulio Jr. who's in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. We'll go back in our time machine and fix that. Anthony Ray is the first one that DiGiulio will face. And his first pitch is up high, fastball missing. Ray, 2 at-bats tonight, 2 strikeouts. 5-3, Road Warriors leading here in the top of the 7th inning. Julio ready. And the 1-0, swinging a line drive to right center. This is hit well. Mitchell chasing, and it one hops up and over, rolling up the lawn, right through somebody's hands, and now fans diving for it on the lawn. It's a ground rule double. Silverio will score. RBI for Ray. 3 doubles in a row. And the 4th run of the inning is home. It's 6-3. All of a sudden, these guys can hit.
Yeah, and it's been the late innings, and that's part of the reason why Mark Mason stressed that the Revs need to start extending their leads when they get leads, because you can't just live off scoring your runs early and then expecting to hold the lead every night.
Here's Melvin Rodriguez, 0 for 2 with a walk, top of the order. First pitch, it's in for a strike. DiGiulio was in the game last night, struck out 2 in a scoreless 8th inning. This is his 4th outing of the year. 3 innings, 1 unearned run. Pitch is lined to right at Mitchell, though. And he'll squeeze this missile, and Ray, I'm not sure if he was a half step off or if it's the first out and he knows Mitchell has a great arm. Ray is really fast, but he did not attempt to go to third on that.
Yeah, I think he was off the bag a little bit, and the ball hit right at Jarrett. It's not like Ray had a chance to go back to the bag and think about whether he wanted to tag or not. You have to make a split-second decision on a liner, and the way the Road Warriors are hitting the ball right now, a pretty good decision to stay there and not risk getting thrown out to end the inning.
Here's Osvaldo Martinez, who's 0 for 3, 3 ground outs. DeJulio, first pitch, it's a fastball at the knees for a strike. Now, when the Road Warriors came in on their scoreless streak, keep in mind it also happened at a stadium where nobody can see to hit. So this is a very hitter-friendly park. The 0-1, swinging a foul tip off the glove of Cruz, right there at the plate, 0-2. Now all of a sudden they have the bats going, and a lot of times it just takes a big hit to relax everybody. And they certainly got that in game 1 today. DeJulio trying to settle things, he's ready. A look back at second base, 0-2. And it missed inside. They will probably feel pretty good about themselves on the way to New Britain if they come in and sweep a doubleheader against the defending champs, but the Revs still have 3 offensive innings to play with. Oh man, and now Frankie taking a walk behind the mound, which got Cruz's attention. Chong is halfway out, and the question is, did DeJulio feel something, or are we misreading this?
Well, Zach Wilson, Chong asked Zach Wilson what was up, and Zach Wilson pointed to the inner forearm. That could be any number of things, an actual forearm injury, or, you hate to say it, but the elbow.
Well, they said he was okay. Let's hope so. 1-2, runner breaks for third, and a swing and a line drive to shallow right. It's going to be down in front of Mitchell, and DeJulio is hurt. And around to score is Ray. It's 7-3, and it's been a disastrous inning for the Revs. And DeJulio, as soon as he threw it, he clenched his fist on the right hand, took off his gloves, started walking toward the dugout, and he is bothered by this. He's going to have to come out.
And he wasn't even waiting for Mace. I mean, he was ready to walk off that field as quick as possible. It was a quick walk-off right now. Something has to be wrong, and now it looks like Nick Baker's coming in. So I guess he'll get as long as he needs to warm up, but I mean, this game's not over yet, but so far on the day entirely, just 2 bad innings for the Revs, and that's what it's been. And some days you're going to be able to get by 2 bad innings in a day. Today, this game's not over, not nearly over, but it's just unfortunate that you lose Jose Cuevas in the bottom of the 6th, and then you lose the lead in the top of the 7th, and now you lose one of your better relievers, DeJulio.
Unbelievable. And he will walk straight up to the clubhouse to be examined up there. Boy, what a tough inning. Cuevas in the bottom half, DeJulio here in the top half. And he wanted to stay in and throw one more pitch, and when he did, he clenched that fist, holding the arm close to his body. Don't want to speculate, but it's sickening to see it and to fear the worst.
Absolutely, and with the roster thinning out a little bit, the Revs have made a couple roster cuts over the past week, and then a situation where you get Melky Mesa going down with a hammy, and we believe that's only going to be about a week of an issue, but Jose Cuevas goes down with an injury that we don't know what it is yet. There to DeJulio, something with the arm, and it's tough, and especially early in the season.
Well, again, Baker will get all the time he needs. Luis Cruz still standing as he plays catch with him. Now he'll squat down. That's tough of an inning when you add the bottom half and top half together, as we've seen in some time. And the score not even being factored in, just the injury situation.
Right, and that's truly what matters right now. And a doubleheader day, and I don't think that has anything to do with it, because those injuries are just freak. I mean, maybe Frank's been bothered by something over the last couple days, who knows. But just really unfortunate this is all snowballing at once.
Well, Baker will get himself ready here. 7-3 Road Warriors in the 7th inning. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster earlier today, a 5-1 win at Southern Maryland. Long Island is up 6-4 in the 6th inning at Somerset. New Britain is at Sugar Land, wrapping up that opening 6-game series tonight. No score in the 2nd inning in Texas. Skeeters have won the first 5. That'll be Geraldo Valentin at bat once Baker is ready. He was last in on Saturday night, 2 scoreless innings. And the night before that, an inning, 2 runs. So he's gone 3 combined innings, 2 runs in his 2 outings. This will be his 3rd appearance of the season.
Second time today that the Revs starter has left the game with the lead and in line for the win. Zach Rhodes took a hard luck no decision in game 1. Ross Detweiler is going to get a no decision today. Both pitched exceptionally well, and the Revs should be excited about those 2 guys. You have to look at the silver lining in situations like this, even when it's tough, given the injury situation that the Revs are now going to face moving forward. The good thing is you get an off day tomorrow, so a chance to really look at these guys and see how they feel. But it hurts, especially when you're losing arms early on. I mean, losing arms is the biggest thing, because you always hear you can never have enough pitching, and that's true on day 7 of the season, and it's going to be true on day 126 of the season.
Well, Baker is ready to go. This is a tough scene to watch, and Baker will face Valentin with a runner on and 1 out. There's the stretch from Nick, first offering. It's just outside. Valentin tonight 1 for 3, an infield hit early in the game. 5-run inning. Baker sets the 1-0, and that's in the dirt. Glanced off Cruz's glove to the right. He'll chase it down. No advancement. Until the 9th inning in game 1, the Revs had a 22-inning scoreless streak going. The Road Warriors got a big gorilla off their backs. 3-run homer here in game 2, a 5-run inning. Here's the 2-0, and that missed up and away.
And now Baker in a situation where he has to come into the game, and he didn't have to hurry to get ready, but it's one of those cases where when you come into the game, you're not going to go through your entire warm-up routine, and Baker probably a little rushed getting loose today.
And there's a cutter for a strike, outside corner. I think this is a tough time for the team in general in this game, because all of those guys, they know about that particular arm injury being a worst fear. Runner going here, pitch is a called strike, and Valentin was unhooking his stuff. He thought it was ball 4. It'll be a stolen base, no throw. Martinez had a running start, but Valentin's still at bat, a full count. But I think that situation from a couple of minutes ago, it's tough for the players to move past. Everybody can't help but fear the worst. On the stretch, and the payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Valentin falls to a knee on the follow through. He thought he had ball 4, ends up striking out, 2 down.
Well, that's a big out number 2 there. Baker a chance to just keep the damage where it is. Right now the Revs down 4, but a chance to limit it.
Here's Rede Rodriguez, the 9th hitter of the inning. He swings, lines one, base hit to left. Past the dive of Dent. Runner through the stop sign again. Tabata's throw, 2 hops to the plate, and Martinez dives past Cruz and scores. Twice they've run right past Montalvo's stop sign this inning like he's a turnstile, and Tabata firing from left field on 2 hops, just a couple steps up the third base line, and that opened the lane for Martinez to dive just past Cruz and touch home.
Well, the throw just didn't have nearly enough on it. And another 2-out hit for the Road Warriors. They continue to pile on in the inning. That's 6. And the storyline so far for the Revs bullpen this season has been 2 bad innings. Other than that, nearly flawless.
8-3 now, and here's Gomez, who started it with a walk. He takes it inside. The 10th batter of the inning. They now have 10 hits. 6 this inning. The 1-0. Swinging a high drive, deep left center. This is trouble. Spoon back at the wall. It's gone. As he climbed the wall padding, but it's into the front of the playground. A 2-run homer to left center. Gomez goes the other way and hits his second of the night. And it's a 10-3 Road Warriors lead. It is an 8-run 7th inning. Adding insult, unfortunately, to injury. Now they have now hit 3 home runs in this game. Here's Gustavo Pierre, who waves and misses on a slider. The Revs have hit 2, both by Zach Wilson. So each team with a player to go yard twice in this game. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Another good slider from Baker. Pierre tonight 1 for 3 with a bloop hit earlier this inning. It's the 0-2, and he swings and misses. Golfing in the dirt, tag applied by Cruz. But an awfully, awfully difficult 7th inning in more than one way for the Revs. 8-run score.
7 hits.
7, thank you, Michael. 1 error, nobody left. And the Road Warriors with a 10-3 lead. Stretch time here at the bank.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Well, that was a cruel last couple of half innings. It's 10-3 Road Warriors. Tribet stays in. First pitch to Witherspoon is up and a little bit tight. 1 ball, no strikes. Cuevas out with an apparent ankle. DeJulio out with an arm. 8 runs later. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Witherspoon tonight 0 for 2. Tribet scoreless 6th. Revs had a 3-2 lead. He denied them of adding to it. Gave up a couple hits, but then a double play. He is in line for a win. And the 1-1. Breaking ball popped up toward the Revs dugout. Gomez from first is over, and he's going to have room. He makes the play. Actually drifting back toward the field of play on his last step. 1 down.
Gomez has had himself a solid night. He's caught 2 pop-ups over by the railing over there, along with his 2-homer night. But right now, I guess all the Revs can do is really weather the storm, try to chip away. The bottom of the 7th here, counting the 7th, you got 3 more full at-bats to go. Chance to cut into this.
Here's Jared Mitchell at the top. He's 1 for 3. Tribet with the pitch. Breaking ball flutters in for a strike. He looks like he's going to take a seat when he starts his set possession. And now they're asking to dim the LED lights up here so that Mitchell can see. I don't think it would be a problem if it wasn't a sidearm pitcher. But Tribet with that low angle. The 0-1, and that misses high. Fastball. The Revs will be off tomorrow. And then at Lancaster this weekend. 1-1, breaking ball, hooks back in for a strike. Tribet was with Sugarland previously as well. A Rafael Montalvo connection. 1-2, and it misses down and away. It appeared in 1 game with Somerset a couple of years ago. Most of his Atlantic League time with the Skeeters. Now deals, and a swing and a drive deep the other way, down the line in left field toward the tiny pole, and it just missed. To the left side of the arch nemesis, it carries out toward Arch Street, and it just missed the yellow.
Oh, is that why it's called the arch nemesis?
Yeah.
It's on Arch Street, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We never covered that.
We did not. I just assume, tall wall, green monster-esque type thing, arch nemesis,
well,
similar names.
Yeah.
All right. Makes a lot of sense now.
I believe our inaugural season marketing director coined that. 2-2, and that hovers high.
That's got to be cool in your career to coin a wall's name at a baseball stadium.
I believe that was a Greg Voitanek naming back in 07. Now time asked for at the plate. Yeah, I know day 1 we talked about the wall, but we didn't didn't get into the why and all that. My bad. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a foul back over the third base roof. It actually hit the light pole and comes down. Revs have Ricardo Gomez loosening, so we'll see him make his season debut. He wasn't quite ready to cut it loose in camp, so they've eased him in. This would be a good game to let him get his feet wet. Now another 3-2. And it misses outside. Mitchell draws the walk. The 6th that he has worked in that leadoff role here early this season. 1 out base runner. And here comes Montalvo, and he'll go to the bullpen. And Tribet, who did pitch last night, has now thrown 20 pitches tonight, and they'll bring in somebody else. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 on, 1 out. Revs trailing 10-3. I believe this is Andrew Johnston coming in, and we'll give you all the details when we come back.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
What's the simplest, easiest, freest way to get in shape? Walking! That natural walking motion is great for almost everybody, but not every shoe is great for walking.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes carries the shoes designed to function best, whether you're out for an invigorating stroll or you're humming along at a serious fitness pace. Walking and fitness shoes that'll do the trick, including a variety of widths and hard-to-find sizes. Walk with name brands like New Balance, Saucony, Brooks, and Accelera. For intense fitness workouts, try shoes from Asics, New Balance, Rika, Saucony, and 361. Flying Feet's selection is great, and the service is even better. With personal attention many stores are lacking. Some stores sell shoes, Flying Feet fits them. So take life in stride and do it in style with comfortable walking shoes and fitness shoes from the sportswear specialty store without specialty prices. Flying Feet sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Johnston is the new pitcher, 6'5" righty. Had some great years with the Skeeters. Previously had been in Camden as well. And Alexi Casilla will turn around and bat left against him. 1 on, 1 out. Revs down 10-3 in the 7th. First pitch is a called strike inside corner. Alexi 1 for 3 tonight. Now a 7-game hitting streak. A hit in all 7 to begin the year. Infield hit and a run in the first. Now the 0-1. Swings and pops a foul back and out of play. For Andrew Johnston, he's in his second game, went an inning and a third scoreless in his season debut over the weekend. Former 9th round pick of the Rockies all the way back in 05 out of the University of Missouri. The 0-2, and it's in the dirt, blocked by Jimenez. Johnston has a little hesitation as he comes down into his stride. He can be a little difficult to pick up. He's now 34 years old. He has a hometown in common with the Revs starter Ross Detweiler, both from St. Louis. Now the 1-2, and Casilla swings and misses. He had committed on a changeup low. He was just trying to flick it foul, but he came up empty. And just the second time that he's struck out here in these first 7 games. 2 down in the inning. Got him to chase in the dirt. Here is Zach Wilson, who's provided all of the offense for the Revs tonight. 2 home runs, 2 for 3. 2-run homer in the first, solo shot in the 5th. Johnston to the plate, swing and a miss, slider there. Wilson went after it. The previous 2-home run game, most recently for a Revs hitter, Michael Burgess, September 1st of last year in Bridgeport. Zach Wilson, the first one this season. The 0-1, and it misses down and away. Johnston had 7 years in the Rockies system, made it to AAA 2010 and 11. Colorado Springs. And the 1-1 fastball over for a strike. Before he got into AAA, he was a a terrific closer at Double-A in the Rockies system. He had 31 saves one year. And this is his 6th straight year in the Atlantic League. 1-2 in the dirt. Been with Camden and Sugar Land. Last year, 2-5, a 4.79 ERA for the Skeeters. That was a little bit out of the ordinary for him based on what he had done the previous few seasons before that. He'd had some really good years. Now the 2-2 swing, and it's beaten foul over by the Road Warriors dugout. 10-3, they lead. Here in the bottom of the 7th, looking for a doubleheader sweep. The Revs, it doesn't really apply, but they really struggled in doubleheaders last year. It was pretty uncanny, especially early in the season. 2-2 again, and it just missed low. New year, new team, but a lot of the reason for that last year was they played a lot of those double headers early in the season before they retooled. But their first one on the schedule this season, not going so great today. Runner will go, 3-2. And Wilson starts and stops. It was low. Appeal to first just to be sure, and he held off. So Zach Wilson draws his 7th walk of the season, in addition to the damage that he's done swinging the bat. And 2 men on for Jose Tabata.
Well, him and Alexi Casilla have been the Revs' best players so far this season. There's no doubt about it. Both are getting on base at a high clip. Wilson continues to hit the cover off the ball. And he's done it, I'd say, rather quietly, because the hits have been spread out. It's not like he's had, before tonight, the 2 home run game, he's been on 3 times, but before this, it's not like he's had any of those extra base hits in multiple games, any 4-for-4 nights. But Zach Wilson, I mean, continues to provide some fire to this offense.
Here's Tabata. He swings, chops one high off the dirt to short. 2 hops to Martinez. He'll flip to Rodriguez at second. And that'll do it for the Revs in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. Go to the 8th tonight. Road Warriors lead it 10-3.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your ship together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
The York County Solid Waste Authority is a proud sponsor of Go Green Night at the York Revolution on June 9th. The first 2,000 fans through the gate will receive a free eco-friendly cloth shopping tote. We call foul on plastic bags, and you should too. Visit www.ycswa.com for more earth-friendly tips. That's www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head of the 8th inning, Ricardo Gomez will make his season debut. It is a 10-3 Road Warriors lead. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. You heard from the process coming back from the break there. Tomorrow on the off night, we'll have Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals at 8:30. Sixers in Boston. on the Sixers radio network here on WOYK. We'll also have Keystone Kickoff presented by Neighborhood Sure Save Markets tomorrow at 6 p.m. And back with you Friday night at 6:40, 6:45, thereabouts, depending on how lengthy those pregame ceremonies are going in Lancaster. That's their home opener. Gomez is on. A.J. Jimenez up first. First pitch is a slider down and away. Jimenez, who gave them the win in Game 1, a 3-run homer in the 9th, gave them the lead with a 2-run double in the 7th, 1 for 3. Pitch is just outside. It looked like he was going to get that one. It was close. 2-0. And after Jimenez gave them the lead, the floodgates opened last inning. Fastball up high off the glove of Cruz and straight back, 3-0.
Well, I saw Ricardo 2 days ago and told me he was going to be ready soon to take the mound in the regular season, and I guess soon is today. Pitched really well twice in the preseason, but I guess just needed to do some more to get ready for the regular season.
There's a fastball strike. Great to have him out there. He is the Revs' all-time leader in ERA for anybody that's worked at least 101 innings, which is the minimum to qualify for league leaders in a season of this length. A 3-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul, back and out of play. He is beginning his 6th season with York, and that all-time ERA for the Revs, 2.56. It's his 16th pro season, 9th in the league, 6th here with the Revs, some partial, some longer. And the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He comes back to get him. Fastball away. Jimenez swings through it. 1 down to begin the 8th.
Well, it's good to add Ricardo to the mix of relievers, especially with Frank DiGiulio going down with apparent arm injury. But Gomez is a veteran. He knows how to pitch. He knows what he needs to do to get his body ready, and now throw him into the fold of a bullpen that looks really good is key, especially at this time, like I mentioned, with DiGiulio getting hurt.
And here is Alfredo Silverio, who takes high. He's 2 for 3, a homer and an RBI double tonight. Though Gomez ties the second longest tenure with this appearance tonight. There's a slider for a strike. He matches Salvador Paniagua for the second longest tenure in York in terms of number of seasons with the Revs, partial or full, 6. Here's the 1-1, and it misses down and away. Only Thurm has been in a York uniform in more seasons, 8. Gomez and Paniagua at 6. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good fastball there. And at this point, nobody else really threatening to approach that tenure. Mitchell and Witherspoon are in their 3rd seasons here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Fastball down around the knees, and Silverio swings through it. 2 down here in the 8th.
Gomez makes it look pretty effortless on the mound. He's so casual and chill out there. I remember in some of the spring games, get a couple strikeouts, wouldn't even have any expression on his face, just kind of walk off the mound and say, add another one to the list.
Here's Anthony Ray. First pitch, he swings, skies one way up and out over the first base side foul. Among Gomez rankings in a York uniform, he is 4th all-time in strikeouts, now 205, and that's the most ever by a reliever in Revs history. And this appearance tonight, the 284th in his Atlantic League career. Here's a check swing. It's a called strike on a slider. And he came into the season 5th in league history in appearances. This ties him for 4th. Matches Jim Ed Warden, former Blue Crab. Now pauses on the leg kick, fires home, and it's fouled straight back up top. And he will be 12 away from moving into a tie for third in appearances. Mike Guilfoyle, 296. There's the 0-2. Swing, and it's popped up. Left side of the infield. Rivera will give way to Dent from short, cutting out a couple steps into shallow left, and Dent puts it away. 1-2-3, 8th inning for Ricardo Gomez in his season debut. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still the Road Warriors 10 and the Revs 3.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Donegal offers car and homeowners insurance at rates that are very competitive. So competitive that Donegal's car insurance rates are among the lowest in the state. And if you insure your car and home with Donegal, Donegal will take up to an additional 10% off their already low rates. Donegal, a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Ten to 3, Road Warriors lead. Andrew Johnston stays in. And Luis Cruz up first to begin the home 8th. He swings and launches one deep down the line and left. It is off the 1741 sign, and he'll have a stand-up double on the top 1/4 of the arch nemesis, maybe higher than that, right off the number 17. And Cruz just missed a home run. He's got a double instead, his second of the night.
Well, that was close, really close to getting out, and Cruz continues to swing a hot bat. Him and Wilson right now. Cruz rewarded with his hot start at the plate, moving up to the 5-hole today, and man, he continues to mash.
Revs have had a tradition of really good hitting catchers, something that not a lot of teams have been able to boast. Here's Ruby Silva. First pitch in the dirt, got right through the wickets of Jimenez. And Cruz will move up. A wild pitch sends him to third base. The Revs trying to start something here, and that is a start. Silva tonight 1 for 3 at the plate. Andrew Johnston mentioned last year 2-5 in ERA in the high 4s for Sugarland, but the year before that it was under 2 in 61 outings. The 1-0 and a swing and a fly ball foul the other way. That was a backdoor slider. Silva aggressive, went after it, fouled it away. It's not a pitch that normally square up if it's located well, but still has a couple to work with. The previous year, 2015, Johnston's ERA around 3. Year before that, it was 2.5, so he had some really good years in this league. He deals, and in the dirt, blocked by Jimenez. He had 4 saves for Sugarland a couple of years ago. During that 2016 year when it was under 2, the ERA was one of the best relievers in the league that season. The closer is a younger pro in the Rockies system coming up. The 2-1. Swinging a bouncer off Johnston's glove. Ricochets toward first, and Silva will beat it. In to score is Cruz, and it's 10-4. That'll be an infield hit. And an RBI, the first of the year for Ruby, who's 2 for 4 on the night. Hit it sharply off the pitcher's glove. And the second baseman, Rodriguez, chasing it over toward first. Never could get a throw or a flip away. Silva on without a play.
Well, Ruby's coming around right now. 3 hits in his last 2 games. Good to see from Ruby, and that's one that, you know, normally goes up the middle if there's no glove on that. Instead, it ends up being an infield hit because he gets the glove on it. Either way, a knock for Ruby.
And here is Chris Rivera. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Cuevas, this was his spot, and after an infield hit in the 6th, it appeared that he rolled an ankle, beating it out. He stayed in to run, was erased on a double play. 0-1, and a swing and a dribbler. Oh, that hit Rivera's foot. He goes hobbling away as it rolled towards shortstop. It's 0-2. I don't even want to entertain the thought of another injury situation tonight. He'll walk that one off.
Yeah, that's doesn't feel good, especially just coming into the game a couple innings ago. And things just not going the Revs' way right now, but, you know, tacking on a run in the inning as Jake Azell gets loose in the Revs' pen. But a lot of positives to take away from this game. Again, just that one bad inning hanging over their heads right now.
Yeah, Detweiler was awesome tonight. Wilson, 2 homers. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Went off speed up in the zone. And Rivera, who back to Cuevas, he stayed in to run but came out defensively in the 7th. That's when Rivera went in. Strikeout victim for the first out. And Ryan Dent to the plate. Dent 1 for 3 tonight. A single and his second stolen base of the year back in the 4th inning. Board still says 82 degrees here. Johnston the pitch. It's a 2-seamer sinking in for a strike. Our York Mitsubishi out of town scoreboard tonight. Long Island at Somerset tied at 6 as they go into the late innings. They're in the 8th. There's a ball down low, 1-1 to Dent. Alex Castellanos, a 2-run homer in the 7th to tie it for Somerset. Sugarland trying to go to 6-0, leads New Britain 2-0 in the 3rd. Johnston the stretch, the 1-1, and a high cutter missed. Ball coming in from the Revs bullpen, time will be called. Earlier today, Lancaster handed Southern Maryland its 4th straight loss, winning 5-1 in Waldorf. And here it's the Road Warriors up 10-4 in the 8th. That's our York Mitsubishi out of town scoreboard at the moment. Johnston ready from the belt. The 2-1. And a fastball called strike, knee high. Road Warriors with Christian Flecha warming up in their bullpen. Saw him last night. Revs won 6-0 last night. They were up 2-0 into the 9th today. There's the pitch to Dent, and he swings, drives it high and deep the other way and right. Ride Rodriguez in pursuit, and he'll get there on the front edge of the warning track. As Dent comes up just a bit short with some oppo pop, a deep fly out, 2 down in the inning.
Another ball that Dent hits well, and he continues to square balls up.
Number 1, Travis Witherspoon.
Now Travis Witherspoon with 2 down in the 8th. He is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. Johnston to the plate. That misses down low. Projected pitchers in Lancaster would be Atkins, Severino, and Goss for York. Barnstormers slated to go with Albaladeo, Reed, and Hall. Saw all 3 here last weekend as Witherspoon swings and misses, 1-1. the Revs next week, off on Monday. It'll be at Southern Maryland for a 6:35 game Tuesday, and then a 10:35 a.m. game on Wednesday. Here's the 1-1, swinging a foul tip behind the plate. And Witherspoon just a little off balance, reaching for that. WOYK spokesman Everett George is in front of the booth. One of his many titles. Waiting for the Road Warriors to hit the road. He's helping out in the clubhouse. Pitch to Spoon. He chops it to short. High two-hopper to Martinez. Guns it across. And handles another ground ball to end the inning. Revs score 1 on 2 hits. 1 man left. And this game will go to the 9th with the Road Warriors on top, 10-4.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sauble's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 9th, Jake Uzel comes in. He's been a big bright spot here early this season. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Beginning this season in York after getting a little bit of time and pitching well last year. So far this season in 3 games, 1 win, no losses, 4 shutout innings, just 1 hit given up. 1 walk, 2 Ks. Opponents 1 for 12 against him. And the first pitch here popped up by Rodriguez at the top of the order. Rivera will give it a look, but back into the stands, third base side as it careens back onto the field. Right to the third base, Silvio Martinez. Melvin Rodriguez tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. Out of their leadoff spot, now hitting 300 in the early going. The 0-1, breaking ball, yanks a grounder foul. Down off a Revs bullpen chair, it's 0-2. It's going to be an infirmary in the clubhouse, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2, and it misses high and away.
And you really feel for these guys. I mean, they make their living off playing professional baseball, and when they go down with injuries, not always serious injuries, but it affects their game moving forward, it affects the team moving forward, and obviously nobody wants to see anybody get hurt.
There's a ball low and outside, 2-2. Well, I hope the off day does some good, but I mean, you can't help but fear and wonder about the worst. Uzel kicks the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Curveball bending straight down, and Rodriguez couldn't connect. And Ezel continues his outstanding work here early on this season.
Well, how good has he been? I mean, such a bright spot to have him dominating the way he is between him and, excuse me, the hiccups there. A couple other guys in this bullpen dominating. The depth in the bullpen is what's going to help the Revs get through these next couple of weeks. You speculate, you don't want to speculate the worst with DeJulio, but you got to imagine that he's going to be sidelined for a little bit. But they've got other guys to pick up the pieces.
Here is Osvaldo Martinez, who dances away, pitch in near his knees. Ezel, just 27 years old, turned 27 on Friday. There's the 1-0. There's a fastball for a strike. And only his 4th pro season. Started off in the Frontier League in 2015. USPBL in 2016. 1-1. And that misses down and away. Some Frontier League time before York last year. Signed with the Revs in late June and kind of a developmental player for Fletch. Here's a swing and a line drive to right field. Mitchell coming over, lays out, he makes a great grab. Jared Mitchell parallel to the ground in right field, fully extended, makes a diving play. Just another one on his tremendous highlight reel over 3 seasons here in York.
Unbelievable. And I'm thinking off the bat, I saw Mitchell break right in on the ball, and I'm thinking, all right, he's laying out and making this catch, and he did. A full extension grab. That was fun to watch right there. Jared Mitchell flashing the leather.
Yeah, you said it. It was that first step. He did not hesitate. A great read on it. Here's Valentin with 2 down and got hit. Did he? He did. That was in near his shins. Tried to jump back but couldn't avoid it. As it glances off the lower legs, a 2-out base runner. Jeremy Bender, their athletic trainer, will come partway out and give a look, but it seemed to be a glancing shot as Valentin heads to first with no attention. Rede Rodriguez to the plate. Ezel got into 9 games for the Revs last season and overall pitched well. The big developmental task, I think, with him was consistency and command, as it is with so many younger guys. And got better and better, smoother and smoother. He had the great spot start late in the year. First pitch to Rede is up high. Yeah, he has been really impressive here early on in 2018. He seems to have a comfort level here. There's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. As Rodriguez tried to lift and separate. He's 2 for 4 tonight. RBI single in that big 7th inning. Ezel from Bonaire, Georgia. Now time called. A ball loose from the Road Warriors bullpen. Pretty much a strike at home plate, but it was the wrong plate.
Yeah. Yep. Seen 2 of those tonight coming out of that Road Warriors bullpen.
Now Ezel ready with it. And the 1-1. Breaking ball hooked on the ground at short. Dent is there, and he'll toss the short way to second to end the inning. No runs, hits, errors, 1 left. Another scoreless inning for Ezel. That's 5 on just 1 hit given up to begin his season. No hits tonight, thanks in large part to Mitchell's effort in right. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Revs need a huge inning, trailing 10-4.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Get ready? Come on!
Sixers head coach Brett Brown joins us. People forget what you went through, and we had you on during this process. Did you ever have one of those, or the last time you had one of those moments where you just, you know what, it got to you, where you just said, I just don't know if I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I mean, during the 10-win season, and, you lost 26 in a row, I think during that period of time, you wondered, times, was it something that you thought you were signing up for? I did feel comfortable and confident we were working on the correct things, my version of what I think a culture is. But when the last time I spoke with you, compared to where we are now, that seems like a long time ago.
You went from 10 to 52 wins in 2 years. That's pretty incredible there.
The Dan Patrick Show. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Can't get enough of the Birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the Birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This hour on WOYK is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Quality you can see.
A tough one for the Revs today. They've got one last crack at it. Bottom of the 9th inning, trailing 10-4. Right-hander William Gabe is on for the Road Warriors for the second straight night. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Top of the order, and you always hear it. How often do you see the guy who makes the great play lead off? I don't know, but it seems like often, and Jared Mitchell will lead off.
Well, you do see it a lot. There's no game notes tracking that, but you see it a lot.
He is 1 for 3 tonight, single and a walk. And Gabe's first pitch, fastball inside corner for a strike. And that draws a look back from Mitch. Guys don't want to see the zone get expanded late if it's there at bat. It was close. Here's the 0-1. And he swings, shoots a foul tip straight back. And he turns and shakes his head toward the plate ump. I think if it was 1-0, he wouldn't have swung at that.
Yeah. That happens a lot with guys. Not only do they get upset with a call early in the at-bat, the way the at-bat goes, and that may dictate how they swing or don't swing at other pitches. And then, of course, if they get out after, they get a little bit more upset.
Now Gabe, who's always from the stretch, 0-2, and a swing and a nubber rolling foul, first base side, and I think it hit Mitchell's foot on the way down. I believe they called that foul right away. Now he's in battle mode. They are now in the 9th inning. Long Island and Somerset 6-6 on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Now Gabe ready. And time asked for by Mitchell, trying to disrupt the rhythm. Kind of wiped at his eye, might have had a gnat. Be more of those as it gets warmer. Now the pitch to him, that's inside, he flinches back. Gabe, a 26-year-old righty from San Antonio. 1-2, and a check swing. The plate ump brings him up, no appeal. Slider down low, Mitchell unable to stop in time. Strikeout to begin the 9th. 1 down. There's the 9th strikeout for Road Warrior pitching in this game. The Revs on their side of the ledger have struck out 12 Road Warrior hitters. Ross Detweiler fanned 7 in his 6 innings. Here's Alexi. First pitch, he swings, fouls it back upstairs. Oh man, that came right down to the front row. And there's 3 folks down there The fella in front, he was quite the gentleman. He told the ladies duck, and they did just that.
Give them a heads up down there, and a good heads up. Somebody got a souvenir, but you got to save the beer down there.
No doubt. There's a fastball inside, 1-1.
That's good awareness down there. I mean, heads up at the crack of a bat, moving on every pitch. You got to be ready down there.
If you have like a second and a half, how do you say duck and protect the beer?
And also duck yourself.
Here's a swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-2. Fortunately, the beer and the humans were spared.
Sure. As long as everybody's all right.
Now Gabe ready. Pitch to Casilla. He swings, grounds it back to Gabe. In self-defense, he knocks it down, picks it up, and makes the throw in time. And he was kind of tied up on how to react to that ground ball. Handcuffed him a little bit, but he knocked it down and made the play.
Talk about fielding your position right there, to be able to knock the ball down and find it, pick it up, and a dart to first. I think he thought he had less time than he really did there. He fired that ball over to the first baseman, Gomez.
Now the Revs down to their last out. 10-4 Road Warriors lead. Here's Zach Wilson. 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and a walk. 3 RBIs. First pitch, breaking ball, sits high. He's now driven in 7. Jumps ahead of Luis Cruz, who came into the day with 6, which entering the day was tied for the league lead. Now the 1-0, almost hit him. He jumps back. Gabe was a Tampa Bay Rays draft pick in 2012 out of junior college in New York State. 15th round pick, made it to single A. He was also in the Yankees system for a couple of years. Now ready. Here's the 2-0 to Wilson. And there's a fastball strike on another former Yankee farmhand. Zach was drafted out of Arizona State by New York. Gabe ready with it. The 2-1. Swinging a bouncing ball down to third. Waiting as Pierre gets a clean hop, fires it across, and that'll do it. The Road Warriors sweep the doubleheader, take the final 2 in this series, taking 2 out of 3, and they win it in what was unfortunately an injury-riddled nightcap for the Revs, a 10-4 final. 1-2-3, 9th inning for Gabe to finish it. Revs go 4-3 on the opening homestand, a disappointing finish to it. And the Road Warriors, their first 2 wins of the year here today, now 2-4. 10-4 the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Be on the lookout.
Rich Eisen.
The Sixers, not the Cavs, not the Toronto Raptors, the Sixers. I am trusting the process. They have hit the win it now button, man.